Hey, what's up? It's John Kizzy. You know who is he? Also known as Philly G, because they know who I be. And I'm here with King Tigger, DJ Laton, and on the phone as always, we got 2G and A. We started a podcast. Hey, what's up? It's John Kizzy. You know who is he? And I'm here with King Tigger.
What's up?
DJ Laton.
Yes.
And on the phone as always, we got 2 to the G.
Let's go.
And A. We started a podcast. And today, we're on episode 22 of A We Said It, the podcast. Episode 22. Damn.
We're getting up there.
We're getting up there, man. I'm feeling it. I like it. And today, we're going to have we're going to talk about some disrespectful shit. And our top disrespectful, diss tracks of all time. Now, I'm telling you, I've been gearing up with this. I'll tell you how this came to mind. I was on someone, you know how they share Facebook memes, and memes is law on Facebook for some reason. Mm-hmm. But anyways, this show said that Hit 'Em Up has more streams than Eminem's Kill Shot, and is the most streamed, diss track of all time.
Yeah.
And okay. I jumped in that conversation. There's a big conversation. I think Spotify or someone put it up, and I was like, that ain't even Eminem's best diss track. So I don't know why they highlighting that. And that ain't, in my opinion, that ain't even Pac's best diss track. And then I put Ether kills them both anyway. And of course, that just lit up the conversation because you diss Pac, they come at you.
Yep.
And you know me, I stand by what I say. I get in there.
B must came for you.
And you know how I get in there. So that was like, okay. So that's what made me think, what are the best diss tracks out there? So then I found, I had my own diss tracks that I knew off of memory from what I listened to. But then I found a Spotify playlist that had like 60 diss tracks. And I was like, let's get on here and let's discuss what our personal favorite diss tracks are.
Let's go down the rabbit hole.
And yeah, man. And there was diss tracks that I didn't even know. And there was songs I knew, but I didn't know they were diss tracks. You know what I mean? When you find, like, Get At Me Dog. That's DMX is dissing K Solo in that song.
Yeah.
If you didn't know that, it's just a track. It's just a tight track.
Right? But the thing with that, though, the little diss tracks really are not. Yeah. I mean, when I look at that and there's like subliminal stuff, man, like the diss tracks that really come at people, that's the ones I really like. I'm feeling like some of the subliminal stuff is kind of cool, but
and the thing is,
I'm not really big on that.
Is that like you said, like direct diss tracks is what we as the audience respond to more because we know what's up, right? Because they're saying the names, they're like, oh, but sometimes subliminal ones can hit harder because those two people, because the person that he's doing the track about knows exactly what's up. So does that whole person's crew. So it might cut them deeper.
Yeah.
We don't need, and what cuts it even deeper is that because it's not labeled as a diss track, people are just jamming to it everywhere. So it's getting more play. Can you imagine the song hits Billboard's top 100 and it's diss to you, but no one else knows it. And everyone knows the words to this song and it's dissing you. And you just have to sit there looking like, but anyways, I like that. I just like, and I love hip hop. That's one of my favorite things I love about hip hop. Diss tracks, going back and forth, battles. You know what I mean? It took me a long time to narrow down my list. Am I going first this time?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Now, we said 5, but like we're hip hop heads, so we never just have 5. He cheats with, his ties.
It's funny how y'all let Rick Chris try to slide it in quick. Well, we only have 5.
I know.
I got 5. All of a sudden, you got like 90.
Oh no!
It's like,
that's why I'm letting it be known, guys. No,
hey,
that's why
you better say. I know. I don't care. Like you can have 40.
I know. That's why I'm letting it be known. I'm letting the listeners know that these are our top 5. But it's going to be a lot more than 5 from each person. You know what I mean? We're all going to have.
That's it.
Oh, you don't got no ties?
I got no ties this time.
No ties.
I only picked 5. I only picked 5 because you guys are going to come at me. I was like, I only picked 5.
No, we always let more. We always let more. So,
Gangland.
We're doing it.
Track on me now.
We're doing it in order. Did everyone else list theirs?
Order, go ahead. Yeah, I got mine in
order. I went in order, man. I went top 5.
Okay,
I
can be random.
Okay.
Well, I can curate it.
Okay, well, I'll go my top 5. So for number 5, I got "Go to Sleep," and that's DMX, Eminem, and Obi Trice murdering Ja Rule.
All right.
Oh yeah. Oh, I should also say in this format, I'm going to let you know who they're dissing.
Yeah, same here.
All right.
Okay. And that song was just crazy because, you know, it's I like it and it's on my list, but it also made me feel bad in a way for Ja because it's like they ganging on, like, you know.
Me.
There comes Tyrone.
Well, for me, it's because it was like DMX, Eminem, Obi Trice. Okay, maybe you can stretch and say in the battle diss tracks, Obi Trice and Ja Rule would be on even grounds. But then you got two heavyweights just ganging on them.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man. And this is after 50 Cent already buried him. But Ja kept opening his mouth, so you know what I mean?
Exactly.
What they say, don't start no shit, won't be no shit.
Yep.
Ja kept saying shit, so there you go. Okay, man, number 4, and this is my favorite Tupac one. Everyone always mentions Hit 'Em Up, but my jam was Bomb First.
Yeah, Bomb First is nice.
Off of Machiavelli.
Off of Machiavelli? Yeah, that was big.
Yeah,
That's a big one.
He just came in. You know, when when your album intro goes this deep on someone, that's a diss track, cuz that just sets the mood.
Yeah.
Now, my number 3 is Jay-Z to Take Over. And this, even though it's a really good diss track, this song, I feel, rejuvenated Nas. It's like Jay-Z woke a sleeping giant. Because Nas was just all right at this point in his career, right? He was at the top.
Yeah.
And then he kind of fell off when he did the Uchi Wallies and was with Bravehearts. But then Jay-Z put this out.
Oh my God.
He fell off.
You just call Uchi Wally a fall off, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was a good one. He kind of fell off when he did the Braveheart stuff.
Wow.
He was already great. That was man.
What?
I don't know. Hey, it's all good.
If you look
All
back
good.
at his career, that is the era where Nas's weakest stuff came out.
He fell off on Braveheart.
That you don't think that was the weakest stuff?
Well,
In that era?
Yeah. I don't know. He tried to have a group. He tried to do the Braveheart group stuff, right?
Yeah. But what I'm
Uchi
saying,
Wally was nice.
I'm saying that that's his era, not just the Uchi Wally song. His Uchi Wally era is where Nas was in that strong. Like he came when he started, his first stuff was strong. And if you listen to him now, cuz Kill Stuff.
Yeah.
So if you were going to say career wise, to me,
That was the weakest part.
that was his weakest point.
Yeah. I don't know. I think
feel
like,
I see what you're saying.
the first 3 albums were nice. The first 3 albums were really nice.
Yeah.
And then like when he went to Bravehearts, he kind of like started doing the acting stuff and do all that. And so he started that group Bravehearts and tried to do like everyone else was doing. Then he kind of came back again, right? So I guess
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
That's a tough one. I can't really say he fell off, but yeah, it's a tough one.
Well, the thing is that when I say fell off and is weaker, it's still weak. Nas is still tougher than most people's best.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean?
I'll give you that.
So
I thought it was coming.
So
No, don't start.
No,
Okay.
no, I ain't going in on that.
Watch the previous
it's kind of like
episodes.
it's like
Well, it's
not like he wasn't.
it's when he
wasn't at
dipped.
his best at that time.
It's when he dipped.
He fell off.
That was a dip for him. A fall off with Nas would be a success with somebody else, though. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, so keep moving though. It's all good. It's all
So
good.
that was where we at. That was number 3. Say number 2 is my favorite 50 Cent diss track, and that's "Life on the Line," where he goes in at Ja Rule. A lot of people like what's it called, "Back Down," and I "Back Down." I wrote that here, but between the two, "Life on the Line" was I like that because.
You having ties now?
No. I didn't tie. I just explain why.
No, you just snuck an extra song in there.
Yeah. I didn't say the word tie. That's how it's the backdoor tie, sneak tie. But yeah, I just like that, and that's like what we were talking about earlier. That's one of those songs where a lot of it's subliminal. Yeah. So when you listen to that song, it's just a jam, and the bars are heard. If you don't know he's dissing nobody, you just think he's being bravado and just spitting. But no, he dissing. And then my number 1, Ether, Easy. I mean, that is a because just dismantle. It's crazy, and I don't know. Maybe it's a coincidence that in that song, how he dismantled and made fun of the name of Rockefeller, that all of a sudden it's Rock Nation? I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't know if that's why it changed from Rockefeller to Rock Nation. I'm just saying that it did.
Change the course of
I know. My Jay-Z changed course a little bit, you know. And in if you ask me, that battle between Nas and Jigga, Nas won.
Hands on.
But Jay-Z didn't let it phase him. He went on to bigger and better things.
It made more money.
Yep. But those are my top 5.
That's nice. I like that.
I don't want to talk about honorable mentions till everyone gets them because I don't want to step on no one's toes.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
mention something that one of you guys got in your top 5. So
I'll jump in real quick.
All right.
My number 5 was "How to Rob" by 50 Cent. He came at everyone for that. There, it was supposed to be a joke song, but a lot of people took offense to it.
Yeah, so a lot of people did.
It became a diss track just like that because they took so much offense to it, right? But that's whatever. My number 4 was by Biggie, "Kicking the Door."
Waving the fofo.
I bet some of y'all didn't know that was about Nas, Raekwon, and Ghostface, though.
Yeah. I know.
School me teacher.
Yeah. Ray and Ghost.
Yeah, man.
They got at him on the Cuban Link album. Remember?
Yeah.
They were making fun of how Biggie's album cover was basically biting off of Nas's.
Yeah.
They had a whole skit about he bit off of Nas. They didn't say the name Biggie.
Yeah.
Because
they
bit
off of Nas, right?
But, so they had a little beef.
Yeah.
Meth later on squashed it.
Yeah.
But
But yeah, it came after them, though.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Number 3, Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg, Dre Day. He went after Easy, Tim Dog, and Luke Skywalker on that one.
Yeah.
They did, right? And hey, Dre's an icon, so if he's coming after you, he did something fucked up. You know what I mean? He did something fucked up. You know what I mean? So my number 2 is with M50 and Buster, Hail Mary. So this kind of goes off of what Philly's saying too. Like, you got 3 heavyweights coming after Cookie Monster. You know what I mean? Like, because that's how much this man pissed off the industry that all these heavyweights come after you.
One song.
You know what I mean?
And that's why he couldn't survive, man. No. A lot of people are like, 50 Cent ended Ja Rule's career. Well, it didn't help that DMX, Busta Rhymes, and Eminem also went in at it, too.
Know what I mean? Like,
I think even Dre spit on the track.
Drake went after him on one of the tracks. Who else was it? Another big name went on him. All kinds of big names went on him, bro. Like, it's just...
he had a chip on his shoulder. He thought he could...
He thought he could rule the game.
Yeah.
I mean, he thought he was the head of the game, right? He put out a few hits, made his money. Success went to his head. I can take on anyone. Yeah.
And he went after 50 first, actually.
Yeah.
But remember, 50, this was when 50 was just starting. So Ja was already like a star, right? Yeah. So he thought he could handle him. Well, he learned.
He learned quick. He learned real quick. Know what I mean?
He learned.
And my number 1, Ice Cube. No Vaseline.
No Vaseline.
NWA and Jerry Heller went after them motherfuckers.
Yeah,
I listened to that like just a half hour ago. Yeah, I was listening to that. Yeah, that was
bro.
Yeah.
Hey, when you let the songwriter go, bro.
Bro, exactly. You can see who's writing the song. So on that, like you could feel it.
Yeah, right.
It's like, bro,
you let the songwriter go,
and that's another thing where probably, man. They bring it on upon themselves because they did that. What was it? Was it 100 Miles and Running or something like that?
Something like that.
NWA did a diss track because
they were trying to kill Q before Q got huge, right?
Yep, and then they fucked around and learned. Yeah. You know what I mean? He snapped back. You know what? Many of these diss tracks, it's the snap back. Mm-hmm. It's always the guy that spawns.
Yeah,
that ends up just killing you.
Exactly, right? So. Yeah, it was nasty.
Don't throw the first punch unless you got hands.
Unless you can fight, don't throw that first punch. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, that's my 5. I mean, again, I got some honorable mentions, but I don't step on my toes.
That's a nice 5 right there, bro.
Nice
5.
You know what
I mean?
Yeah. I mean, you know,
y'all want the youngin to jump in?
I
feel like after hearing you all, I feel like. Like at 19 or something.
That's all good, bro. It's all good. So what you got?
Okay. All right. I'll try. So I got I don't know why I put this on number 5. Anyway, number 5, I got Gucci dissing YoungBoy, NBA YoungBoy.
Yeah.
It was over. Some YoungBoy said he just called it a publicity stunt. Telling what you trying to do, trying to make this into something in public, blah blah blah. I got Gucci on there again, but I'll save him to the end.
I got Gucci too, bro. I got Gucci on one. I hope you got the same one I got too.
You probably got it. You probably got it, bro. All right, then I
want you to go ahead, bro.
All right. Then I got I try to put them in order. I don't got them in order here, but just thinking about it, which one I like the most. Then I got Kendrick Lamar, the Control verse on Big Sean's song.
Nice.
Yeah. I don't know how Big Sean let that come out with him talking about everybody, including himself on the songs. I'm going to take your fans, leave you guys with nothing. I don't even know. Like and then Drake and all them still ain't cool with that till this day. They wouldn't make a song with him again. It's crazy, bro.
That verse was crazy.
I was like,
and just the energy and the fire, how he delivers it, cuz it's like you just can't. You're like, what do you do?
Exactly. It's like I don't know if anybody even responded to that. To be honest,
you can't.
I don't think nobody even like.
Can't. That's one of the ones you can't respond back to.
Right. Take your fines, everything.
Yeah.
Respond back to it, and then next thing you know, he pulls on another one even harder.
Yeah.
That's a chance that you're taking, right? So
Exactly.
Ja Rule didn't learn that lesson.
Nope.
Well, 3.
Too late.
Yeah, 3 there. 3, I got Pusha T, Adonis.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Bro.
That's nice.
Let's go, bro.
Yeah.
Let's go.
When I heard that, I was like, yo, this ain't real, bro. This ain't real. Like, this story can't be real. Googling.
Yo,
I say, bro.
Hey, let me spit a lyric from it quick, though.
Yeah.
A lyric. So it said, I'm like, talking about his hair, he said, confused, you weren't always black enough. Afraid to grow because your fro couldn't nap enough.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You got my Beyonce.
Bro.
Never know who you told to give Beyonce, bro. Cause
your fro couldn't nap enough.
I got paid. Yo,
shoot,
that killed him. Anyway, yeah.
See, when a diss track is like that, that's when you don't respond because you respond, it's going to put more tension on it,
bro.
You just let it go.
That's that. Why you hiding your child? Let that boy come home.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's playing border control, bro.
Playing border patrol, bro. Put the kill. He didn't do nothing. He didn't even. Yo. Anyway,
bro, push it, man.
Yeah. Drake just seen that and was like, I'm gonna go sing something.
I got nothing to say. I'm done. It's a wrap.
Let me sing something. Let me go do a song.
Hey, because that song put his son out there because ain't no one knew who his son even was.
Exactly.
I mean, no one even knew he had a son. He was hiding that stuff.
Yeah.
Well, sure, when he put it all of a sudden, now he had to drop his own son. Now, I'm not saying he was hiding his son and everything else like that, but in the day, Pusha really called him because no one knew.
Mm-hmm. Bro, Pusha said he got that information from 40 Girl or something. You know 40, his producer.
So 40,
yeah. The 40 was pillow talking, and then he talked. I said, bro, this can't be Pusha. I don't know if he making the story up to make it sound more juicy or what, but like, bro, it's sick. All right, number 3, right?
Yeah.
Number 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
yeah.
I can say those other 2 ones. So I don't know if y'all know the song though, but Drake, Circle Local, just recently with 21.
Yeah.
And he talked with like 2 people on it, but he talked with Meg the most. Said this chick lying. She's like a stallion. Like, you know what I mean? She's talking with the Tory Lanez controversy thing.
Yeah, that's newer, right?
Yeah, it's very new. It's very new. Very new. That's how Drake is subliminals like throughout the rap. Then, okay, all right. Now the big boys. The big boys. Number 2.
Oh, you know what's funny? This is you're doing 6.
I do a 6.
It's okay. Go.
Really? Really?
Go.
We lost.
Carry on, man.
My bad.
He's not doing 6 as number 1.
My
bad. Okay, these 2 is it for me. I couldn't decide which one's on the top. Gucci Mane, this Jeezy, Truth.
Yeah, that's hot.
The truth, bro.
Truth, bro.
Let's go,
bro. It's just
let's go.
This the realest. This like one of the realest disses I ever like
heard.
Bro.
Oh yeah, man. I'm gonna save that one.
You see that?
The truth,
bro.
Wow.
I had to research the story,
bro. He did
bro.
it on Versus against him. You see that?
Yeah, on the Versus. Then he did it again. He sang it like twice on Versus.
Dig your partner
Go dig your partner up.
And yo, didn't one of Jeezy's guys die?
Yeah,
from
he
that
killed.
beef?
Yeah,
That's what
bro.
it was. Why I said I'll take your partner off, homie, bro.
That's what the song was about. They tried to kill Gucci. They tried to like rob him or whatever, and Gucci shot him in his house, and he got off with it.
That's self-defense, right?
Yeah, and then he dropped Truth.
He said,
and Truth was.
I said, this is the song, bro. He said, I did a song with Keisha Cole, and you know you still miss her, but Puff was with her, and you fall in love with her. So I said all kinds of crazy stuff.
Right.
I kind of edited that a little bit, but yeah, it was a little harder.
Niggas always editing shit.
Bro,
because I don't need to be over here, you know, just doing me.
What's the other one?
No,
all right, night number one, Drake this Meek back to back.
Yeah.
That song is to me the number one diss track because I think it was Grammy nominated, bro. I've never heard that in my life.
Grammy nominated diss track.
I think it was, but I gotta check that out. But I believe it was Grammy nominated, back to back, bro. It just made it worse because he dropped something. He dropped Charged Up like I think a day before, and Meek didn't respond. Then he dropped back to back, and it was like, bro, you didn't even let him respond. You dropped another one on his head, bro. That to me was like, yo. And he talked with Nicki, say when that girl leave you, and then Nicki left him. It only made the diss track more flaky. And I was like, yo, he called the whole man. Anyway, I respect Drake for that. Even though he's a singing dude, but he got bars, man. He got bars. He can't.
Oh yeah,
can't deny it.
Yeah, he does. He does.
He got a great ghostwriter. Bro.
Oh man, yeah, Drake hate his
man.
Yeah.
All right, 2G.
Well, that's a good list. Hey, that's a good list, bro. You got two of mine for sure. Man. I'm gonna jump right in quick then, so because I'm gonna give you because the two bottom ones was the one that you said. So Pusha T, that was number 5 for me. Story of a Dawn.
Yes.
The next one was Gucci. Had Gucci there just because that song, man, that was hard. I only heard that song about 2 years ago, bro, and I was like, man, they did a song about. He said he killed Biggie homeboy. He said on the verses, I dig your homeboy out. I'm like, shoot,
bro.
That's your buddy.
And y'all know the backstory of that song?
For that though.
Yeah, you know the backstory of that song? It was about So Icy. It was about So Icy. Them two was on the same track.
I read that.
Yeah, and they was beefing of who album is gonna go on.
Yeah, he stopped it from going on his one of them stopped it from going on the other's album.
Yeah,
and that's what started to beef.
Okay,
it's crazy. It was a song, bro.
You know, because they said.
Why were they trying to come after Gucci then? Why were they trying to come after Gucci?
Just the pride, and they were just trying to kill him. They're trying to rob him, but Gucci shot the guy.
Okay.
And I was just like, Gucci took it up, and then he made a song.
That's crazy.
And that's crazy. But yeah, so those are my bottom two. The next one I got Eminem, Nail in the Coffin.
Nice.
Benzino. Man, some of the things he says in this thing, cause like he really goes hard at him. You know what I mean? Talk about not eating off his kids and stuff. You know what I mean? Like now, Benzino got his daughter over here, making music. I don't know if he signed her or whatever, but
Coiler. Actually, they got beef apparently.
Him and his daughter?
Him and his daughter got beef. They ain't really talking.
Yeah.
That's why he's on one of the worst rappers ever.
He said, I never claimed to be Ray Benzino, an 83-year-old fake Chino. You know what I mean? Like he was killing it, bro. He was killing it, man, on that one. That was hard. The next one I have here, what's the next one? Oh, did anybody say Ether, bro? I don't remember. I think it was you, Bill, right?
Yes.
So you said Ether, right?
That's the number one.
I was like, I know someone said Ether. I had to be like, of
course I was going
to say
anyway,
Ether. Of course, Ether is my number 2.
That's my number 1 disc record of all time. I had it.
He kills Jay on that one, bro. Like he
dismantled like I said 5 minutes ago. Remember his I Rock Hoes, You Rock Fellas? And then all of a sudden, Jay-Z changed Rockefeller Records to Rock Nation.
Nation? Yeah.
Cuz made him change his whole business plan.
I can't even go with Rockefeller no more.
Cuz made him change his whole business plan.
Yeah. No, like that. Like that song is crazy. Like, oh man, like he comes out saying it after Jay-Z. Yep. Like right the first line, like and like every hook was FJZ.
Remember that line? I mean? Like I made more Big's lines is going to come out your fat lips. I was
your
like,
mouth. Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. Cousins kills them, bro. Like, oh man, something. We put the attitude on these guys.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, cuz.
Nearly kissed the ring. Like, oh, bro.
Cuz, I'm telling you, that's what woke Nas back up. He was chilling. He's probably happy. He was just going to chill, maybe retire in a year or two. Then Jay-Z had to go and do Takeover, and he's like, okay, hold my beer, cuz. This is. Because
I'm reading the line right now, bro, and it's making me laugh. It's making me laugh so crazy.
Which one?
Cuz said it was Jay-Z and Rockefeller records.
Yeah, Jay-Z and Rockefeller records want some bro. He killed it, cuz.
Because destroys them.
He even says how Rockefeller died of AIDS, and that's what you want to name the company after? he killed him, cuz.
That was the end of the chapter. That's the guy
rock hoes and you rock fellas. Like,
fuck.
Yeah. That's when Jay-Z's like, yo, Dame, you can have Rockefeller. I'm Rock Nation. You can have Rockefeller. We're gone. No more Rockefeller. Nope. We'll be Rock Nation. You can have all that Rockefeller shit.
Yeah.
And Jigga just
because he and every I'm reading this right now because like every part of it, Eminem murdered you on your own shit.
Yeah, cuz
like every line is like.
That's what I'm saying, cuz most diss tracks, right, have some filler lines.
Yeah.
On Ether, every line he was like just stabbing Jay-Z. He's like, oh, get you here. Didn't even give him the.
I'm gonna tell you right now, the one I'm gonna say right now, number one.
What's your number one?
I don't know if you've ever heard it before, and I'm sure you have. But if you listen to this song, because this is probably, I want to say, the most hardest diss tracks I've ever heard in my life.
Harder than Ether?
Harder than Ether, cuz like
right,
you gotta listen to this, like. This song, cuz right now, and I ain't gonna be able to say all of it because.
What's the name of the song?
When We Ride on Our Enemies, bro.
By who?
By Tupac. Cuz talks about
the
first line is Fugees.
Yeah,
Fugees and Mob.
I heard that.
You trying to diss now too, huh?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I heard that.
Cuz comes at everybody, bro, on this one. Fugees. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I actually listened to that today. Yeah.
I was like, talk about Mob Deep, Biggie, the Brat.
Yeah,
bro, he's on everybody on this one, bro. But like the way he says it too, right? So that's why I was like, when I started listening, I was like, yo, we ride on our enemies. I bet you, when we ride on it. Oh, bro, yeah. That was my number one. But nice. Ether, I could put Ether there too at number one too. But I really like that song. When we ride on our enemies, that was hardcore pop. I mean,
cool. All right,
But I was going to say I had a couple honorable mentions I want to say quickly, but I ain't going to really go into that.
What I was going to do is let's go around the table in the same order and do our honorable mentions. Okay. So I'll go first with my honorable mentions. I got I think I already mentioned "Back Down" by 50 Cent, where he dissed Ja Rule. "Dollars and Cents" by DJ Quick, where he goes at the MC8.
Oh, that was gross.
Yeah,
because MC8 spells his name EIHT.
Yeah,
he said, "Oh, you forgot the G because the G ain't in you." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
Oh,
that's why ain't no G in your name. Another one, "Second Round Knockout" by Cannabis. I wish his career picked up because that was a crazy diss track. He really got LL there. "Crawling" by Mobb Deep, where he goes at Jay-Z. "Calling Out Names," where Corrupt just goes at like almost everybody in the East Coast. Just calls out everybody.
Yeah, he does.
And then "Say What You Say," that's Eminem and Dr. Dre. And Dr. Dre kills Jermaine Dupri in it. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I must have just forgot about it because I heard it today. Like I said today, I went through all kinds of diss tracks, right? And then I listened to it and I was like, holy shit. I forgot about that one. But those are my honorable mentions. And by the looks on Laton's face, he's right down some honorable mentions now. I don't know what I sparked in him.
He ain't right down. He's like, I gotta listen to these tracks. I ain't heard these ones before.
No, I think he got some.
I forgot one. I forgot two. Actually, I forgot two.
Okay.
I should have known these ones. Like,
okay.
It was my era. Sorry.
That was your era. Yeah.
All right, take it. What you on?
I got Tupac Against All. Against All Odds.
Against All Odds.
Yeah. Where he went at everybody. I mean, that's the thing with Tupac too. I think The only diss track that he went at one person on was maybe Hit 'Em Up when he went after Biggie. That might be the only one that he only went after one person. He probably still talk about Puffy or some shit too.
Yeah, definitely.
But the rest of his diss tracks, he went at anybody.
Well, because we gotta also, I gotta add quickly though, bro. When he went at Biggie, he was just at Biggie, and he went from the East Coast tried to help Biggie. So Pac was like, "No, okay, you want to help?
Yeah.
No, you done too."
That's how. That's
you know what I mean. Like
that's
right. When he first come out, he was just attacking Biggie, but then the boys were like, "Nah, you can't get this going." David was just talking, Bob was talking, all these boys. He was like, "No, I'll go at all you."
Yeah, because Pac even said he was just when he came, he was just mad at Biggie. He was just going that thing, but everybody else wanted to open him up. You want to open your mouth? Okay, you can get it too.
Getting it too, man. Because it's crazy. Another honorable mention I had was Royce the 5'9", Malcolm X. He went at D12.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Then I had Mobb Deep and Lil' Kim, Quiet Storm remix going after Foxy and Charlie Baltimore.
Yeah, that's when Lil' Kim was.
Okay.
Then I had West Side Connection, King of the Hill going after Cypress Hill.
Oh, yo, I want to go back to what you just said with the Quiet Storm.
What's that?
Because remember Latan said about Grammy nominated a diss track. That Quiet Storms one was blazing everywhere too.
Yeah, it was.
Grammy too.
So I don't know if it went Grammy. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying
it was on
the Billboard and stuff.
Yeah,
so Foxy Brown. So Foxy Brown and Charlie Baltimore were hearing them getting dissed when they're in the club, probably having a drink, and then the song comes on dissing him.
Bro.
Yeah, bro, it was crazy.
Yo, Meek was feeling that same energy too, bro.
Yeah,
every DJ was playing back to back, bro.
See, that's why, and everyone was playing Quiet Storm remix. Everyone even knew the video and the dance that she did. Remember, he does that little pause dance.
That was the originator right there. Yeah. That started the whole game up.
Yeah,
crazy. And then the last one I had was kind of a quiet one, but Biggie going after Pac, Long Kiss Goodnight. Right?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's all I had for honorable mentions. Well, and Hit 'Em Up by Pac, but we already touched on that.
Yeah.
Hit 'Em Up is bro.
Hit 'Em Up.
That's still a record, man.
It is.
That's still a record.
That's another thing. It's a jam.
It's a jam. Like
exactly. Like a lot of diss records, you're listening for the diss in the lyrics, right?
Yeah.
But when you make it a jam too,
yeah,
shit.
It's different. It's different, yeah. Because it gets timeless and people still play it, bro.
Yeah. You're like, fucking, this track ain't supposed to have a hard hook. Like, what the fuck? Nigga getting dissed and he wants to sing it too. I know. He's like, man, it's a jam though. You got me. You got me.
When you see Tupac.
Yeah, exactly. Bro, a lot of people know that song, bro.
Because can you imagine how it was with these crew guys? Like, imagine you got a crew, right? Someone hear that song. If it's a jam, no matter, like, if you have a crew, there's a couple of people in there that are bobbing to it.
Yeah.
They're like, shit, but you can't bob in front of you can't let Biggie see you bob. You can't let Biggie see you bob. You're like, oh shit. No, man, that sucked. That sucked. Can I get it though? No. Can I get that CD?
I be listening, I'm like, oh shit. B, I'm going to the bathroom cuz I'll be back. Fuck.
I know, rolling up and having that playing in your car. You know what I mean? Biggie be like, what was that playing? No, it's my bad. That was the radio. I wasn't playing that. That was the radio. I switched the station, see?
Oh shit. Oh, actually I got one more. And I liked the diss track. One of the guys on it I didn't like because his verse sucked, and that was Ja Rule's, and that was New York, New York.
Oh, that's a diss track?
Yeah.
Is that 50?
It was that 50.
He came at 50.
Oh,
shoot. Right?
That's the only person he tried to go after.
Yeah. I think it was
Fat Joe. No. Ja Rule, Jadakiss. Was Fat Joe in New York, New York?
I don't think he was on New York.
Yeah, Fat Joe was.
Okay.
Fat Joe and Jada.
No, it was one more.
Fat Joe and
Black Child was on it. Black Child, actually, I think he had probably the best verse on the whole fucking thing.
Must have been. I don't know if he was in the original.
I can't remember.
No, because Fat Joe, Jadakiss, and Ja.
Yeah, but there might have been a remix. Yeah. You know how they do remixes.
Maybe it was a remix, but the song that came out was Fat Joe, Ja, and Jada.
Yeah, it's those three that's in the video version.
Yeah.
For
New York. You know what I mean? Like, that was a hard track, though. That was a hard track,
but it wasn't hard enough.
It wasn't hard enough.
It wasn't hard enough to beat.
Well, because I mean, you know what, man? At the end of the day, man, it's kind of who you got pushing you, bro. Because at the end of the day, if Ja Rule had Dre behind him, it might be a whole different situation.
Ja Rule had Def Jam behind him.
So no, I'm just saying, like, he had a lot of people. He had a big team behind him, which is Dre. I mean, and they pushed 50 and Eminem guys, and they kind of pushed them ahead. Not to say that 50 was, not saying that Ja was better than 50. 50 was better than Ja. I'm just saying his team was bigger. I mean, he had more money behind him, but with all that stuff.
I can't say that. I didn't see their books, so I don't know who had more money. But I'm telling you, Ja was on Def Jam because Irv Gotti is a big name.
So now we're having the argument that they're saying Dre got more money than Irv Gotti. Like, come on, man! Irv Gotti was the guy that was running that whole shit, and then he was getting money, but he wasn't getting no Dre money. You know what I mean? Jimmy Iovine and those guys. I mean, that was big dollars, but they was getting pushed way ahead. Look at Dre now. I mean, so I don't know, man. I think
I can't speak on it because I don't know if Dre was the one that pushing it. Because remember, he wasn't on. He was with Shady, right? And whatever.
Bro.
Whatever.
Okay, whatever.
Let's forget. Let's forget who's pushing what. And let the music
running the show.
Let the music speak for itself, right? I'm just saying, let the music speak for itself, though. Let's forget about who's pushing what.
I get that.
And let the music speak. And like that, New York, that was a good dish. Like that was a good song, like you said, right? That was a jam. But that's one good song. Compared to all other Ja disses, were weak. You got to admit that, because
okay. So no, I get what you're saying, but that was actually Ja's probably first diss track. Like he never did anything.
He did all kinds.
He was so big.
No, he did.
But Ja thought he was so big that he couldn't want to go at 50.
No, he did other ones. He did other ones.
What song did Ja do against 50?
What's the one?
Which one?
That's what make us look up the names. They fizzled.
What?
They sucked.
Oh, Clap Back. Yeah, that's one.
Oh,
Clap Back is one. Yeah.
Oh man, I think
I never heard that song.
You never heard? You never heard Clap Back?
Clap Back.
No, I didn't.
Joey just put a point.
It's not a big diss. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. You proved the point.
This is that
they were weak.
Wanksta and Back Down. They were big records, bro.
But that's
Clap Back. Compare Clap Back to.
We're talking about this album, though. So we're talking about this album. That was a diss album.
Diss track.
No, we're talking about diss album, but you still got to get your shit out. If you can make a record from if I look at Drake pushing
I heard it too.
If I look at Drake pushing me, and I got a team pushing me, all he had was Irv, and he was being suppressed.
He had Russell Simmons, he had Def Jam. But remember, we said we're getting off of who pushing. Because we don't know.
Anyway, I'm just getting some sidetracked. Okay, carry on.
Yeah, we don't know who's pushing what. But Ja Rule's disses were weak. Like he had Clap Back. He had that one. Remember the one where he said talking about.
I said
Haley.
New York was good. I never heard Clap Back, so I can't say it was weak. So I can't even speak on that one.
Well, I can tell you.
I didn't even know he made another track against him. I thought it was the first song they said that song when New York come up was his first one that he really came at.
No, that was like his last one.
But in the mainstream though, I'm talking about in the mainstream. Maybe there was some underground stuff that was good. Whatever.
You want to know how funny that Clap Back was his diss, right? Ja Rule. We're going to clap back. We're going to clap. It had a nice beat, right? Yeah. Because 50 Cent took the same beat and did a diss to Ja.
Yeah, he did.
He dissed him on the whole Clap Back. It just killed him because Clap Back, he thought it was going to be something, but it wasn't. Like, Ja Rule put out many diss tracks.
And
that's why Eminem got involved because Ja Rule started talking about his daughter Haley in some of the diss tracks. That's why Eminem piled on. Yeah. And in some of them, in some of the diss tracks, he went at, but he said something about Busta Rhymes and DMX. That's why Ja Rule got piled on, because in every diss track, he didn't just stick to 50.
Trying to bring somebody
else. He kept on bringing everyone, and then they just murder him. But the beat to Clap Back is dope.
That's a fire beat.
It was bad.
It is. I don't know how. I think you just forget. I think you forget it. I think if I played it for you, because
probably the better diss rapper than what's his name too, right? So to add to what you're saying, 50 is better at what what Ja does when it comes to diss rap. And so, of course, like a lot of
And
the
he has
tracks
more
probably
charisma,
really
guys.
started
A lot has to
So
do
that-
with, in that type of stuff. It has to do with your charisma
Yeah.
too, and more likability and more believability. He's
Yeah.
more believable
I was
than
gonna
Ja
say.
Rule.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
50 Cent have
Well,
more of a street cred than Ja
Yeah.
Rule because
Yes,
Ja Rule's
that's
more
what
of
I'm saying. Yeah.
R&B
Cookie
and
Monster.
Yeah.
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 It's Sesame Street.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sesame Street cred.
Yeah. So Wanksta's diss track too then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Wanksta's
I didn't know
diss track,
that.
too.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Nigga,
right, yeah,
I just looked up.
yeah,
I just looked up
yeah.
on YouTube. I said Ja Rule's diss tracks. All right, ain't none of this nigga's songs came up. It's all diss tracks about him.
Let's move on. Hey, let's move on to the next person, man. Let's move on to the next one.
That's crazy.
all diss tracks
Because at the end of
about
the day,
him.
at the end of the day, like I said, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Those tracks, like Joe said, those tracks were they speak for themselves. Okay, we done.
Yeah. Let
Who's
the music
next?
speak for itself.
Okay, I got one more real
Yeah.
quick before the time go.
Yeah.
And that was Jadakiss clapping back at 50 Cent for Checkmate.
Oh, Checkmate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
Okay.
he mentioned him in Piggy Bank.
Yeah,
See, I don't know if I heard that song, so I can't speak on that one.
it was a good one.
I know I seen one with the Locks.
Yeah.
All together, it was another one where they were dissing 50 and they went hard on him. But again, it didn't affect
Didn't
him.
diminish.
That's kind of like the beef between 50 Cent and Rick Ross. It kind of didn't do nothing.
No.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like it made some hits, but 50 Cent he couldn't Ja Rule Rick, and Rick couldn't do nothing to 50. So it was like a stalemate, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess it just gave us good music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah. So
got-
you're on
Go
the
ahead,
mentions
DJ.
now.
I got some.
Go ahead, DJ.
I got two, but they just talking to each other. And these two, I was like, how could I forget about this? This is me 100%. Y'all ready for this?
Yeah.
This is me 100%. Bow Wow, fresh as I'm is, he's this a little Romeo.
Little Romeo.
How can I
That
forget
was a
this,
good
bro?
one, though. That was a good one.
Bro, he's talking about I make one of your dad at 18, he says. He does a Master P. Bro. And then then little Romeo responded in Can't Shine Like Me. I actually like that song.
I don't know.
Yeah, that was
It
nice
didn't
one.
it didn't pop.
It didn't pop, but it was.
But
a
it was
song.
good. It was good.
Yeah.
Can't shine like me. Can't ride like me.
Well, yeah, I remember too that Bow Wow was already out there
Yeah.
more than Romeo at the time.
Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah.
So he
Bow
already
was-
had that fan base.
Yeah.
So, you
It
know.
was tough. It was tough for Romeo to even make a stance against that.
Yeah.
Because who Bow Wow was, like, it was like, bro.
He was Mr. 106 in Park.
Exactly.
I mean, so
Exactly.
he already had that establishment that Romeo didn't have.
Exactly.
Like, Romeo was coming off of that No Limit
Yeah.
soldier.
Yeah.
I mean,
That gifted.
but you're a kid.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, where Bow Wow come from? What's my name?
Yeah.
As the little kid in the classroom, I'm gonna
Exactly.
be a motherfucking gangster. They hooked up with Jermaine Dupri, and then
Snoop's back in them too.
Snoop's back and just got established. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So, you know,
I also have more respect for Bow Wow than Lil Romeo because Bow Wow seems like he kind of more earned it in.
yeah,
Yeah,
as
yeah.
well as
Lil
your
Romeo
daddy gave
just
it to you.
He's
yeah,
gifted.
your
Yeah.
dad.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
You freaking hand wrap that thing to him.
Okay.
But yeah, it was. I can't believe I forgot about that,
Yeah, it was
man.
good. That was good.
That was my era of beef.
that was a good tiny beef.
Little
They was only tiny at it because
Yeah,
they're
it
both
was.
Little Bow Wow and Little Romeo at the time. So yeah, it was a good little beef.
Yeah, it was good, man.
All right, Joey, what's your honorable mentions?
My honorable mention too. Hold on a second. Let's see. I drop a gem on him.
Yeah.
Drop a gem on him. That was big.
And I didn't even know it was a diss. I was jamming to
I
it.
didn't know until like about 2 years ago, bro. I was listening to the song and someone said it was a diss. I was like, man. But like when you read it though, you know what I mean? Like it talks about, you know what I mean? Like
It changes up how you look
think
at
about
it. eh?
robberies in Manhattan, 50 G's for gun clapping, who shot you, louder than the opera. You know what I mean? Like they were talking about him getting shot and getting all his diamonds taken when he was down in New York recording and stuff. But once again, it's a lot of subliminal stuff. That's why I had to cut it. I was like, yeah, like I want to hear a diss track. I want to know what you're saying. You know what I mean? Like I want to know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
Say
see,
their name.
a diss track like that, it's like you got to know the history, right?
Wild secret. Say
Yeah.
people's names.
It's like you got to know the history in order to get what's being said.
Yeah. Next one I got here. I got Lil Wanksta and Back Down 50 Cent. Those were big. And I really like back down at the end of it, when he started.
Oh yeah,
being very fun
when he pretends that hairdresser, because remember there's a rumor that Ja Rule slept with his hairdresser that was a guy, so they had someone acting like he was a hairdresser.
yeah, that was like the best part of the whole song. Leave my boy Ja alone.
That's my boyfriend.
That's the best part of the whole song. To be honest, it makes me weak when I hear it all the time. Wankster, that's another one, really good. Big records.
Yeah.
Next one I got is the Takeover by Jay-Z.
Yeah, we mentioned that one.
I really like that one. And the last one I got Hit 'Em Up by Tupac.
Cool.
And just because Tupac.
So I'm going to mention some beefs. I don't have the songs with them because there was a lot back and forth that we didn't hit on. So, like Jay-Z and Cameron had a little bit of beef, and they did some tracks towards each other. Nas actually, Build and Destroy. No, Destroy and Rebuild. I said it backwards. Destroy and Rebuild, where he goes at Prodigy, Nature, and Cormega. And in that, he addressed them directly. We didn't mention any tracks between the beef with T.I. and Lil Flip.
No,
they had a little beef going on.
There was another one too with T.I. Wasn't it him and Lil Wayne going at each other for a minute?
I don't know, but I do.
T.I.
Yeah, but I do
because they were talking about who's
T.I. was going at Lil Flip.
Yeah,
he was going at Flip.
Yeah, T.I. and Lil Flip.
There was another.
And did you know that Mobb Deep went at Def Squad?
Yeah,
Keith Murray and them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's I forget what the song was, but yeah, it goes after them.
Cause I we didn't mention them last time.
Who?
Keith Murray and
You're in the duos?
Yeah.
Because it's a trio. It's Keith Murray,
that's right.
Redman, and Eric Sermon.
Yeah.
Another beef that we didn't mention, Pusha T and Lil Wayne. They had beef going on.
Yeah. That's how that Drake beef started. Like he got indoctrinated in that from Lil Wayne.
And another beef that we didn't mention, and we even got to see it live on stage pop off, was 3-6 Mafia and Bone. Cuz
I thought you were gonna say Kanye and Taylor Swift.
Kanye and Taylor Swift.
I listened. Hey, you guys listen to the Drink Champ from Benzie when Scott Storch was talking about that situation when they were on stage together, Bone and 3-6. And basically, the situation was they were making fun of Busy.
Yeah.
So when they were making fun of Busy, they were going to fight and stuff, and then it kind of went from there, right?
Yeah, that's why Busy went backstage for a while, but he came out and they pieced it up.
Yeah, and it's funny because Busy's the best rapper of all of them, bro. I love Busy Bone, bro.
I think Crazy Bones, I think, is the best of them all. Busy Bone, he mumbles too much sometimes. But he's my second favorite though.
Hey, hi.
Oh no, I think Flesh and Busy are tied for my second, but Crazy Bone I like the best because he's the most clear.
You didn't like Lazy Guys?
No, Wish. I like Lazy better than Wish. The only thing about Wishbone is I think his name is so it's so fitting because I wish he wasn't in the group.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I think wasn't it you, Phil, that said the other day it was I think Bone is the only group to have Biggie and Pac on the track.
What at the same time?
That's the only group ever to have Biggie,
not just Biggie and Pac
with them, and Pac
the only group to have
on the same album.
No, it's not on the same album. Because the Pac song is on Art of War and the Biggie song was on Biggie's album, Life After Death. But they're the only artists to rap with Biggie, Pac.
It's Bone.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. Maybe not on the same album, but I mean, they're the only one that ever rap with. You know what I mean?
You cut me off because I'm trying to give respect to all three of the legends they rap with: Biggie, Pac, and Eazy-E.
Yeah, that's right too.
Yeah, the Easy Simon. So that was a big record he did with those guys too.
So they're the only group to rap with all three.
I'm thinking about beats, both those two be beefing and be able to do records.
Oh, I feel where you're coming from. I feel where you're coming from.
And do bit one with Biggie, and they know they beefing.
I feel where you're coming from now. Yeah. You're right.
Well, you still add Easy in there too because
I'll show you more tomorrow.
And the thing is, what? I thought it was Teach.
Yeah, I thought it was Teach too.
No, but I'll show you more tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Remix and slang. Chicken. Yeah, cuz there's many artists that worked with both, but I think that Bone's the only one that worked through them during the beef. Because remember
during the beef.
Yeah, because Method Man did a song with Pac, and Method Man did a song with Biggie. Obviously, we know that.
Yeah.
I think that Bone was neutral. They were to Switzerland, I guess.
They had this shit going on right there. They were the hot one right there. So everyone wants to drop a fucking album with them, right? So
I was watching the video on that too, man. But we're busy like when they did that song, and he popped. I mean, Biggie came in. You know, Notorious Buzz. Man, Bone was crazy back then. They were doing some stuff that was like
they were at the top.
Unheard of.
Oh, did you see that shit? Bone Thugs and Homeless, the skit by Key and Peele.
No, I didn't see that.
You should check that. But what I want to add to what you were saying is that is weird if you think about it. Like Bone did a song with Pac. Was he on Death Row when he did that? Because Death Row dissed Bone. Because remember, Bone's on Ruthless. Death Row had beef with Easy and Ruthless Records.
Yeah. I think he was on Death Row when he did that.
Yeah, I got it. I'd have to check when that came out. But that's crazy.
What's the name of the song? I forget the song.
It's
Thug Love.
Thug Love for my nation. It's the one with the shotgun going off.
Shotgun. Yeah. Remember we sampled that, bro? We did a song with that. You remember that, eh?
Yeah,
we did that.
Yeah, that song wasn't that was a clapback.
What song was that though? I don't remember.
That was our clapback. It didn't go nowhere.
No, because I'm trying to think.
No one heard it. Not even us.
I forget what it was. But we did sample that. He's like, yo, we want the guns off of that.
Yeah, we also sampled "Put Your Hands Where Your Eye Could See." That we killed that
Halloween track.
And
was it Halloween?
And we did.
I don't even remember, man.
No, that song it fizzled out. We couldn't. We didn't like it, and we also we did sampled fucking Michael Jackson's Thriller too, and then
we did that one too. Yeah,
and it was just like there's beats that you have a thought and it sounds good in your mind and you're trying to put it together, and then when you hear it, you're like, no.
They didn't give me no information.
Ja Rule
the thing was like not to like shout out to Joe Run and everything, and he did some great work, whatever. But like the thing with him was, like, when you go into a studio with like a high level producer, they kind of know how to move things around. Well, we were just starting, so it was like whatever we told him to put down, he just threw down on something. He wasn't like, like you should probably move this over here and maybe like pull this from here. Like when I go to my buddies, we go over there, it's like he just moves shit around. Like, oh no, that ain't no good. Let me throw that over here.
You know what, cuz?
I mean, like it's just so quick.
That's right? Why, like they'll tell you that's the difference between a producer and a beat maker. Like a true producer will be in there just putting a stamp and tweaking it and whatever. A beat maker just chucks a beat together how you want it. There you go. That's why.
Exactly. That's what we had, beat makers. We had no producers. It was a beat maker.
Right.
Yeah.
Like that's like I had to always remember. I was always at the board, even with Ace. I had to like walk him through every little thing, and I'm like, it's like, man, basically, I'm the producer and you're the engineer because you're just pressing the buttons and doing what I'm telling you to do.
whatever we want to do. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Instead of somebody
but also too, they were trained in that too. Like, you know what I mean? Like they didn't.
Well, I don't know. I'm just that's.
They didn't really know how to put anything together, make things sound right. They were just like, oh, whatever you want, so we're just going to drop it. So.
Oh yeah.
Like
levels and mastering, no, there was none of that.
No.
You know what I mean? Even he didn't even care. He didn't even care if some people's offbeat. They just look at us. Are you done?
What? Levels all different. This one's level's different.
Yeah.
It's like, all right. Anyway, all good. We'll leave it at that, guys. We'll leave it at that.
Cool. Yeah. All right. Well, then there's a diss tracks, and that's how we'll end this segment. All right. So the next topic, it might be controversial, might get some hate out there, but I just want to talk about it because it's been on my mind. I want to talk about the legacies of Tupac and Biggie and how they're larger than life and they get more shine than, I don't want to say they should, but I kind of do want to say they should.
Wow.
But hear me out. Everybody, like, it's not even everybody. It's a certain generation of people. It's usually older. The young, because it's now I can see why some of the young people come up and be like, their heroes are somebody different. They ain't even feeling like this. But Tupac, he had 5 albums, 6 if you count Machiavelli. He was 25 when he passed. Biggie only had 2 albums, and he was 24 when he passed. And people still to this day will put them in their top 5. They had contemporaries. They had what's it called, peers that were neck and neck with them at that, and they stayed alive. So they got to elevate. They obviously got bigger over the years. They got better and whatever. But it's like everyone will still look up to. Like I'm at an age where I feel I'm too old to try and look up to a 24-year-old and what they did. No disrespect, Biggie.
Wow.
But I feel that other rappers came after them and have done better stuff. And if you look at certain people's, like Nas's catalog is crazy. Jay-Z has a crazy catalog.
Yep.
I know Tigger hates that I'm going to say it. I'm saying this and I'm pausing just so that I give you a minute for him to react. But Drake's catalog.
Fuck Drake.
Like
That's a good catalog.
If you want to go by career.
No, Drake had a good catalog, bro, but his is combined. Them other niggas weren't singing.
You can go there. You can go there. But if you want to look at catalog, Drake got a bigger catalog and better catalog than Biggie. He has more hits.
I wouldn't say better.
If you go by the amount of hits.
Yeah, he got more
hits.
He
got
more hits.
Because he had more time.
Yeah, he lived longer.
Yeah, he lived longer.
Busta Rhymes, cuz. This guy.
Busta's in his own category.
Busta Rhymes, like when people are looking up to these guys that were there, Busta Rhymes should be there. And it's because a lot of people loved this one. This is the one people like to say, yo, if Pac was alive, he'd be this. If Biggie was still around, yo, he'd do this. We don't know.
No, we don't know.
Every rapper in history has fell off at some point. Yeah. You know that both Biggie and Tupac at one point would have put out a bullshit album.
Definitely.
You know, one of them, they would have fell off too.
Definitely.
Who cares? You know, Pac could have been on Dancing with the Stars. You don't even know this.
Yeah.
It could have happened.
Right.
Nobody knows.
That's
the
true.
thing is that it kind of stunts the growth of hip hop to a point where if we're still stuck in one phase and thinking that this is the pinnacle, like no one can get better than that. When I think that lots of people have passed both these MCs and are better and kept going.
See, I think where they both died, we'll call it their prime.
Yeah,
they died within their prime.
Yeah, they was
so
on
therefore,
the up.
So therefore, they were on the up. They're at their best. So that's why everyone sets the bar at Biggie and Pac.
Because no one's seen them at a worse.
Can you be lyrical like Biggie, or can you be passionate like Pac? Right. So I think for the fact that these two young, well, they were older than me, but these two young men died at a young age,
24 and 25.
That they were at the pinnacle of success for Black America, Black Canadian. So that was the role model at the time. You know what I mean? So yeah, you had the young guys. You had Busta, Meth, all the Wu-Tang. You had Snoop, Dre. You had all these other guys that are right there with them. But I think it's more so of the effect that these two died at their prime that made them
untouchable.
Untouchable. Yeah, I guess you say untouchable, right? In our minds, you know what I mean? Like, because look, all the other guys that we named, like, we don't set Nipsey, he passed away. We don't set him at the pinnacle and say you got to be like him. No, we don't say Pop Smoke.
Yeah.
I say for the new era coming up. Can you reach Pop Smoke's? Even though he ain't got that many albums.
Like even Big Pun is another one.
Big Pun,
that I mean? It's always Pac and Biggie that everyone's like, they got to be on the list of the best of the best.
But you got to also remember, too, what was going on during the time that they died.
Yeah.
East Coast, West Coast beef. Who were the head, know what I mean? Who was the head, even though they weren't technically the heads of the snake, but they were the heads of the snake that was out there. Yeah. Know what I mean? So I think that's why we always said it at Pac and Biggie for our standpoint, right?
And the thing is, with both artists, like you're saying, they died at the pinnacle, so it's the top. Yeah. And the stuff that they put out afterwards, they had no control over it. None. So even if it and the quality was down, but we don't blame that and we look at that because we don't see that as because they're not promoting it or nothing like that. They're not standing behind it.
Yeah.
So that's why we give them a pass on that, right?
Exactly.
Whereas like Meth, we've seen him go down and disappear for a while. We've seen Jay-Z even fall off for a minute.
Yeah.
We've seen Kanye go crazy. We've seen crazy. And Frig, I hate sound like I'm a Drake fan, but we haven't seen Drake fall off yet.
No, Drake's last album was garbage, bro.
Which one?
That fucking
the dance one?
Yeah, man.
That's why he put out another one right after with
that dance one was fucking garbage, bro.
Yeah, he's trying to get a different market.
You have to look at those. Like,
nigga talking to your mic.
No, I am talking to my mic.
Why you sound far away?
Sorry. But you guys could be careful because they, a lot of people like that record. You know what I mean? So you're right. Like, it could be careful to watch hip hop and stuff, but that album, like I said, some people really like that album.
Well, the thing is, it wasn't a hip hop album, so we shouldn't even judge it as a hip hop album. It was a dance album, right?
Yeah, it was like a dance album, like a raised 50 with rap, whatever. He had 21 Savage on there. That was that track, the one rap song that he had on. Other than that, it was just dance stuff.
Yeah. So I guess for that album, I guess he has a point. We should compare that to the dance albums.
Well, I'm going to compare it to the 50 people that told me, boy, it said it sucked. How about that?
Well, that's the thing. Because on one hand, compare it to dance album, but on the other hand, you're going to compare it to other Drake albums because it's Drake, right?
And that's what they did.
And that's what you would do. So
yeah.
I guess I can see both sides.
Yeah.
I don't think either side is wrong.
I mean, people that Drake heads, if you want to call them Drakeys or whatever the fuck you want to call these motherfuckers that love Drake. 50 motherfuckers came to me and said that Drake album sucks. Don't get it.
So it's a acquired taste for that one.
Yeah.
I as a DJ, I can see what he was doing. He's trying to get his record played in different spots that don't normally play Drake unless it's mixed already with something else, EDM or whatever.
Yeah.
He's trying to get his natural songs played on a different platform.
Yeah.
That's what he was doing. Just trying to different avenues of money, man. But I agree. I wouldn't listen to that album again.
That's a United Kingdom album.
I haven't either.
Pardon?
That's a United Kingdom album. Straight up.
Yeah.
That's the shit they listen to over United Kingdom.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's United Kingdom.
Exactly.
He should just released it over there.
And you notice Drake keeps doing that. He keeps switching to cultures. He would go UK, sound like a UK rapper.
Yeah.
And he would come back here, sound like a sturdy soul rapper.
Yeah.
Drake is like, he's
trying to be a chameleon.
Exactly. Yeah. He tries to
So now I have a controversial question for y'all. Now based on, because I'm just thinking of what we started. Talking top 5, Biggie and Pac is always in people's.
Yeah.
Is there ever going to be a time where Pac and Biggie are no longer in our top 5?
No.
They can't fall off because they got no more.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
There's nothing else to go by.
They can't go by. So it's like they got cut off. It's almost like you're watching a TV show. Like, remember we talked about shows. And you said you stopped watching The Walking Dead at a certain point. If you stopped watching it before there, right? If you stopped watching it before it got to the bad part, well, that'd be nice to let finish because they're trying to talk over me.
Like to talk.
But anyways,
no, like when you're done, I'll jump in.
Anyways,
yeah.
Like you said, you stopped watching The Walking Dead because it got bad.
Yeah.
If you stopped watching it before it got bad, you'd say that show was the shit.
Yeah.
And then you never seen it.
Yeah.
That's kind of like with Pac and them. They got cut off before we could even see if it got anywhere.
Exactly.
So they're always up there.
Yeah.
So the thing is, if that's how we're going to put them, how do you ever move past that?
You can't.
For me personally, I think other people already passed them music wise. So I put them, but I'm only one person.
Yeah. I think eventually they will drop out the top 5, but it's gonna take probably a century, bro. It's like saying Michael Jordan is never gonna be.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah, because that's why it's never in your top 5 basketball players.
Yeah.
It is like he is dropping now because LeBron is like all-time scorer.
That's only the sum.
Yeah,
it's that constant argument, right?
Yeah.
LeBron will never be the GOAT because of Michael Jordan.
Right.
The main thing is 6 rings.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this nigga now got a scoring title that hasn't been broken in 20 years.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? So it's all perspective.
Yeah.
All perspective.
But the difference with basketball.
Eras, man. Eras, right? Different eras that you're in.
And the thing that's different with basketball, right? I just want.
So like,
okay, go ahead.
Different eras, right? So depending on where you're at. So for example, LeBron's era, right?
Yeah.
Eventually, you're going to get pushed over. You're going to get. There's going to be guys that I don't listen to Pac anymore. I don't listen to Biggie anymore. And eventually, it's going to get pushed out. I love their music. So that's what's going to happen. Like with Jordan, LeBron's the GOAT. Jordan's gone, right? that's exactly what's going to happen eventually. Just for us, we keep them going because that's what we listen to. That we grew up on Pop. We ain't going to never leave him alone. We ain't going to never leave Biggie from that.
I want to build on this.
And eventually, the next guy will jump in.
You made a really good point.
I'm done now.
You made a really good point, cuz it's what we listen to. So it's always going to be there for us. Other people that come in, they didn't grow up on that, so they're not going to have the same. They're not going to hold Pac and Biggie at the top because they're going to be like, "What are you talking about? These songs, this guy Drake is killing these guys to them, or even Busta Rhymes is killing these guys." So to them people, Pac and Biggie ain't going to be in the top 10.
Nah,
they might even be lucky if they make the top 20 because there's so much music that they'll have. Like, you know what I mean? We'll always see the potential because we were there when we seen it and got cut off, so we're feeling that. Although I always look outside the box, so I could see past that. That's why, to this day, I don't even think Pac or Bigger in my top 5. They might not be in my top 10 no more.
I already seen my fucking 18-year-old kid.
Can I add something
He'll
quickly?
tell you that he's in, like, Pac and Biggie's in the top 20.
Yeah.
He got like, I don't even want to say this motherfucker's name. Lil Uzi and shit. They're in the top 5. You know what I mean? I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, like, are you hearing your music?
Bro,
you know what I mean?
You'd be surprised. People
Yeah.
love, that song by, I don't know if y'all know that song, Mo Bamba.
Yeah.
That song, I got whole.
Yeah.
The song is old now.
Yeah.
Still
Getting
top.
Getting that
In
play.
people's eyes, bro. You go to any concert, that's what they play.
Yeah. Getting that play, right? So,
I heard DJ Drama talk about it. He's like,
really?
Yeah. I still play that.
okay.
And it's like, bro, it's old now to me.
Yeah.
It's like at least 5
Yeah,
6
but
years. Still.
Look, what some of the songs, like, say you go to an old heads, you're doing an old heads party.
Yep.
What's some of the songs you're playing?
Still going back.
You're going back. You're playing the Tupac. You're playing the SWV. You're playing the TLC.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You're playing that this shit.
Salt and pepper.
Even with all this new music that's old,
Yep.
they want the
They
old shit.
still want the old stuff.
That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to progress when our kids come up.
You know,
what I mean? So,
I got a serious point on this. What we're talking about now. You know what I've noticed since I came to Canada? Well, came to this Halifax area. That the my generation they knew a lot of older songs because their parents was heavily on passing that down.
Yeah.
Like I feel if Tupac and Biggie got passed down as heavy as. I mean, I feel like Tupac and Biggie don't get passed down a lot around here. Like some do, but
not as much.
I feel like it's more Motown and what you got that other joint. Anyway, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That get passed down a lot in Halifax.
You're right
original
about passing
R&B.
down.
Yeah.
Because my son, it's kind of. I seen him today. He's wearing a Wu-Tang shirt. I'm like, where you get that?
Exactly.
I don't remember getting that. And he knows Wu-Tang songs.
Yeah.
Like, and my oldest son, he knows Michael Jackson. He knows and Wu. And like they,
That's because of you, man.
Yeah.
You might.
Right.
I mean,
She's
you
gonna
might
pass down.
exactly.
Because you know what it's from? It's from driving around and I'd be playing
I
Wu-Tang,
just was gonna say-
and they're just they all know these songs because I'd be playing them while we're driving places.
I tell-
and then they'd ask for them.
Yeah.
I tell everybody this. I remember I was 5, 6 years old, 7. When I had my daddy truck, Bob Marley. That's all you play.
Yeah.
I could sing the whole Legend album because
See?
he just play it all the time, bro.
Yeah.
This Bob Marley just in my head like all the time, like it's just stuck, bro.
Because I Logan, that's my son. He probably knows more Wu-Tang songs than you guys.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and I didn't even know he knows them because I'm just here
Playing
my music while he even when he was in his little car seat, just playing. I seen him jam. The other day, I seen him moving the words along to a Wu-Tang song.
Yeah.
And on Wednesdays, he's like, "Yo, Dad, it's Wu-Tang Wednesday, right?" I was like, "Okay, chuck in the Wu-Tang." He knows Tech Nine in them.
Nigga, I was on the fucking, what was it, about 5, 6 years ago. Trey Songz fucking tip I was. I mean, it's all Trey shit. And I got my kids sitting in the back listening to the shit with me. He picks up on the song Nana. all the fucking songs Trey fucking say, he picks up on Nana, right? I was like, wow. I mean, so, and still to this day, he'll ask me to play that song.
Let's play that song.
Yeah, know what I mean?
Bro, it's just
So I think that kind of brings to the original question if they'll ever move off. Maybe they will move off the list, but it depends on. But they'll still be passed down. So
Yeah.
I think that our kids will still grow up with the respect for
them.
Pac and Wu and all that stuff, but they'll also be able to compare it to all. Because remember, it won't be as nostalgic for them, so they'll be able to compare it to other stuff, and they'll have different favorites, right?
yeah.
So But I think that for us in our age, I think, you know, can't teach an old dog new tricks. I think that our lists will probably have a certain amount. Well, for the average people, most people. For me, the more I think about it, Pac and Biggie ain't even on my top 10. They might be in my top 20. They might, because there's just so many rappers that, in my opinion, have surpassed them. Like their career that they had, if you went hit for hits, they surpassed them. Like, yeah,
that's because they live longer though.
Yeah, well, yeah, I know.
True,
they live longer, right?
400%, cuz you know what I mean.
It's because they live longer, right?
Yeah,
like,
that's why.
We'll never know how many more hits Pac or Biggie would have put out.
Yeah,
Myself, I think Pac was getting ready to end with the music game and go towards acting.
Yeah,
and I think Biggie was starting to try to stretch towards there too, right? So,
I got one prediction.
What?
Knowing Diddy and his trademark of artist, he's gonna ruin Biggie.
You think so?
Because Diddy always brings up somebody to the light,
Yeah,
and then they fade away.
You talking about Craig Mack?
And
a lot of them. The thing is, he had Mace right on deck, ready to go.
Yeah.
So you only can have one. I don't know what would happen, man.
Diddy, man,
I don't like to.
I don't like to say it, but Diddy, like, look at the track record. Donnie Kane, all this groups, just like, oh yeah.
He didn't know what to do with them.
He just like, I don't know.
I mean, too much talent in one room.
Yeah,
He didn't know what to do with them, right?
Oh well, he's close to being a billionaire though, so
That's
he
all
knows what to do with himself.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all he's worried about.
Stepping stones for him, bro. Stepping stones, bro.
That's all he's worried about.
That's what I think, bro. Diddy would have just.
Yeah.
If Biggie, but if you say Biggie's trying to split, then that might have been great.
So personally, you guys, is Pac and Biggie still the number 1 and 2s for you?
For me, no.
I would say no too. Like, just like what you saying. Like me, I like a lot of people now. Like, I like people who even bring out songs every year. Like, I could put J. Cole up there right now.
Yeah, easily.
I already told you that they weren't my number one. You know, Snoop's my number one nigga.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like,
That's what I mean. I don't know why more people ain't got him.
I mean,
His career.
I think he's gonna be there though.
I think it. But the thing is, as we're talking with peers, right?
Yeah.
When they were together, he had a catalog that can compete with them when they were at their top.
Yeah, true.
Like when because he should, if there was a Mount Rushmore, and you put Tupac and Biggie on it, Snoop should have been right there.
Yeah.
I love Wu-Tang, but I don't think there's one member that could have been up there. Meth if it was Stretch. Oh yeah, shoot. At that point in time, Meth and Busta Rhymes could have been on that mountain too.
Definitely.
Because that's the other night we were drinking and listening to old remixes, and we realized when there's a remix, you either get Busta Rhymes or you get Method Man or random Jamaican dude.
Yeah.
It could be Buju Banton, it could be Elephant Man, it could be Sean Paul, whatever. Just random one of the Jamaican guys.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
That was a remix. Yeah. When you hear Busta Rhymes going, or Meth, or some Jamaican guy. That's the 90s remix in a nutshell.
Pretty much, bro. But yeah.
Yeah.
Mount Rushmore, that's who we up there.
Yes. I tear down Pac and Biggie and I would definitely put up Snoop and Busta Rhymes in their place if people would name the top.
I put
career.
Meth up there.
Well,
I put Meth up there.
Before Busta?
No, with Busta.
Oh, so
Busta and Snoop. I'm putting them 3 up there.
Oh, so you got the 3 up there.
Them 3 up there.
I would definitely agree with that.
Gotta throw Drake up there, man.
Because I'm stabbing.
If you're comparing catalogs, because you know what I mean. See, I'm an old school fan, and I feel some kind of way putting Drake up there.
Yeah,
but he did earn his place.
Drake be number one. Drake be number one. You know that.
No, he wouldn't be number one.
Drake's number one.
No, he wouldn't be number one. But he's up there. Oh, this
Drake's running the whole shit, making the most money, making the best albums, number one hit.
Don't bring money into it.
Ain't no one running the game other than Drake. He does everything. He's making pop albums.
You know what they say, guys? When you have to bring up money, it's because they lack the skills.
Whatever, but Drake's number one. Let's be real.
No.
Who's at top of Drake? Who's at the top?
Skill wise,
what are we talking about?
No, not skill. Like who's at the top?
Because we're talking about rapping. Because we're not talking about money.
Shit, reggae music. You know what I mean?
We're talking about rapping. Because you're trying to tell me that Drake's better than Method Man at rapping. You're trying to tell me that Drake's better than Snoop Dogg at rapping.
Tell me who.
You're trying to tell me that Drake's better than Busta Rhymes at rapping. I just said three, nigga. I just said three.
He said three. He said three now.
He's competing on the coattails of Drake. He loves to be Drake. Love it.
No.
Yes, he would. Yes, he would. He'd love to be Drake, but he can't. He'll be doing shows like.
Sorry, Joey, because you're double OT. Double OT
making $400 million, bro. Like, nah.
Double OT.
Nah. He ain't on no level.
Nigga, every time you talk about money, cuz you don't think some of these niggas don't do it for the love of hip hop?
Because he keeps switching the argument, going from skill to money.
Yeah,
you have to stay what lane we're talking about. If we want to talk about money, we can talk about money.
I said a minute ago. I said that he transcending reggae. He's doing UK drill. He's over here making pop albums. He's making rap albums with all these young dudes. He's doing this and everything else. So how am I trying to say it's just money? I didn't say it was just money. I said that
because you bring up money like
money. Plus, it was his rhymes and what he's doing.
You just said Busta wants his fucking $100 million or some shit.
Nah.
Because I'm talking skill lyrically, bro. Drake can't touch these niggas. Cause
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, maybe 20 years ago. Yeah, the same thing.
Still to this day, he can't touch them. Cause
with Pac and what's his name? The same thing, bro.
Cause
come on, man.
How are you gonna try to tell me? I believe someone said this to you before. As old as you are, you're gonna sit there and tell me that this new guy is better at spitting than what Busta, Method Man, and Snoop is. Come on, cuz.
Like you're arguing with yourself, bro.
No, I'm arguing with you.
No, come on.
I'm arguing with you, cuz. Come on, bro. You're going to try to tell me that they're worse than
Busta's more relevant in the game now than Drake.
See how he's switching?
Because you're switching shit up, cuz.
Changing the goalposts, cuz.
I'm saying to you. You're trying to tell me, you're trying to say that lyrically or spitting wise, that Drake is better than Busta, Method, or Snoop. Nigga, well, that's what I said to you about 5 minutes ago.
You get the lyrically. That's because Busta rap fast doesn't make him more lyrical.
Because I didn't say that about rap fast. Never mind, because you keep switching up the topic.
Rap faster?
You keep switching up. Because can Snoop rap faster? Can Method Man rap faster?
That's why.
Because you keep saying one guy. I said three. I said three, cuz.
Probably.
Oh my fucking
sold more records than what Busta's last.
Nigga, I'm not talking about record sales. Nigga, you're not listening to one word I'm saying though. Nigga, you keep going off topic. You keep going off topic, cuz. Cuz who's talking about record sales? I'm talking about skill, nigga.
I like that.
I like that.
He's doing UK drill. He's doing singing. He's rapping.
Oh my!
How can you be more skilled? Where are we going with the skill, bro?
Spitting hip hop, nigga. That's where I'm at right now. You keep going everywhere because you're going around the world. I'm staying in the States.
You can't win on this one.
That's just crazy.
You can't win on this one.
It's like
I'm done with you. I'm gonna ask. Hold on, I'm gonna ask someone that's actually listening to what I'm saying. Latan,
okay, but what more can you do?
Skill wise. Hip hop, rapping, spitting. Do you feel is Drake better than Busta Rhymes, Method Man, or Snoop Dogg?
UK drill.
When you put it to,
I can't hear you.
When you put it to that,
UK drill,
the rapping and the skill, I would not say
UK drill. Okay, can you do music?
Fade him out, cuz.
When you put it to the skill and rap, like I'm not a big Busta Rhymes fan, but I give respect to Method Man, for sure, for rapping like. And he is better at Drake at that aspect.
Thank you.
Drake is on top because he understands the game and he knows he's playing the
game.
He runs the billboard.
He's playing the strings and he knows what to pull.
Now we're saying because Busta doesn't want to do it now. You know what I'm hearing?
Oh my fuck! Nigga, ain't no one saying that shit, cuz.
You know what? It's funny. It's like Tigger's here trying to play checkers.
Yeah.
And Joey's trying to move his rook.
Yeah.
It ain't even the same game. They're making different moves every time.
I'm playing a basic game. Cuz wants to play chess.
All I'm saying is this. I mean, how Drake can move from every aspect of the game, right? So I know what you were saying, but I didn't like that last album. You know, I didn't really like that last album either.
Nigga, where are you going at with this? Cuz ain't no one talking about that shit. No one's talking about that. You're the only one talking about that.
No, I know, but I'm just trying to make a point, bro.
Well, stick to the subject, bro. No, but you're jumping to too many subjects. Go back to the main subject.
That last album that he made, was like a dance album. You know what I mean? Like it was like that pop album. Not saying I liked it. Right? Let me finish. But not saying I liked it. All I'm saying is like he just knows how to move in different avenues. Right? He knows how to do everything. He knows how to sing. He knows how to rap. He knows how to do Caribbean music. He knows UK drill. He just moves around. Okay. Can't hate on the guy for that.
No one's hating on him for that.
No one's hating on him because I'm hating on the fact that you're not sticking to the subject that I wouldn't brought up.
But that's what I'm trying to say. Like when you.
No, that's not what you're trying to say. No, it's not, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm talking about one certain subject. I'm talking. No, you're not trying to say what I'm trying to say. That's for damn sure.
Okay.
I'm trying to stick with one subject: spitting, rapping. That's it. Spitting, rapping. That's it. Mount Rushmore.
I can't. I can't tell me what it is. I don't know what you're talking about. Tell me what it is.
Nigga, I just fucking said it because you got your earbuds in.
Tell me what it is. I can't hear you.
You can't.
Because he said it 3 times.
Spitting, rapping. That's all we were talking about.
Okay.
Spitting.
Rapping. So we're talking
Spitting,
just rapping.
That's always Mount Rushmore for rapping. Rap skills.
Nothing
That's
else.
it. Nothing else.
Just straight rap.
Straight rap.
Nothing
Mount
else.
Rushmore for
rap.
that. That's it.
Bars like spitting.
Yeah.
Skills. That's
So,
all.
That's all.
What do we? Okay. So all right, I heard what you said. Just rap. Can I rebut?
If you keep it to
What
that
you
subject,
keep it to
please.
the
do we
subject.
classify as rapping then? What do we classify as rapping? Do we just classify just rapping fast, or is it like slow, or how we
Spitting,
rap,
cuz.
or
Spitting.
cadence of the rap? Like what do we classify it? Is it like if you say something a little bit different and slower? Is it make it like what do we classify as rap? Is he a better rapper when it comes to like how he speaks fast? Like, where do you go with that? 'Cause rap is
Let's go
everything.
lyrics.
'Cause rap
Nigga,
can be anything.
I said three different artists, bro.
Let's go lyrics. Just lyrics.
Just lyrics. Okay. So, all right. Just lyrics.
I can tell you, hey, before Joey answers, I listen to all Drakes. I love Drake. You see how we even talked? I bring up Drake a lot of time. So I'm a Drake fan. So I just want that out before I spit in. Lyrically, if we're talking about spitters, I'm talking about spitters fire, like battle, lyrically, on double entendres, crazy metaphors, flip styles, this, like lyrical skills. Like a lyrical acrobatic. Where do I put Drake? Not in my top 10.
No.
But hits, I'd put he moves up there.
He's up there.
He's up there for sure.
Yeah.
Versatility, he's up there.
He's up there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But we want to talk about, you know what?
The Mount Rushmore.
This wasn't even the topic, but this is the topic now. We're talking
But
about
when you say rappers, this is what I'm
spitters,
trying to say.
Spitters. Do you know the difference between a spitter and just a rapper?
Quickly, bro, because I know like you're talking over me. All I'm trying to say is one thing. You're talking about moving the goalpoints, opals, right? Whatever, blah, 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 blah. But here's the thing. When we talk about top rappers, you're talking about who's the best lyrical and everything else. The term rapper is a rapper, bro. This guy is rapping. So when we talk about like, well, this guy raps slower, he raps fast.
We just told you what we're talking about.
His term is a rapper. He is a rapper. It's not about him singing. He just knows how to make songs. So how can we say that he's not a rapper? Just because he does.
No one
said he wasn't a rapper, cuz.
Doesn't make him not a rapper.
No one said he wasn't a rapper.
I'm like, no, bro. I'm just saying, as rapping in the game, he's known as a rapper, and he knows how to make good songs. So
there we go.
Yeah. And that's
Perfect.
That's the end of that.
Yeah.
Sorry, we lost. I don't know how we lost him, but he's gone.
Neither are.
Shit.
But anyway, nigga, what was the subject?
The subject was
Biggie and Tupac.
was about Tupac and Biggie and their legacies and how I think they're held too high, and we wanted to discuss that. Of course, it turned to a Drake. We tried to do lyrically, but we couldn't even get him to stay on that subject. So,
I mean, so them being held too high, I think they're going to fizzle off eventually. But with the culture of how we like to hand things down,
Yeah.
I think that it's going to take a long while before it happens. It's going to be a long while, right? Because I mean, again, I reference back to basketball. If we were to ask our grandfathers about basketball players, they're going to tell you guys that we ain't never heard of.
Yeah.
I mean, this was the best dribbler, the best shooter. You know what I mean? Yeah.
They're going out to Kareem and all those guys.
Because they passed that, way past that. Pistol Pete and all them there guys. You know what I mean? Like, we'll know who they are, but we'll be like, Well, did you see Kyrie handle the ball, pills, and pistol Pete? You know what I mean? Yeah, right. So I think they're going within our era, our genre. They're going to be still held as what they are.
Yeah.
But throughout the years, they're going to fizzle off. They're definitely, like I said, they're starting to fizzle off now because some of my kids are like, I don't like Tupac, I don't like Biggie.
Yeah, it's.
You know what I mean, so
The world has changed, bro. The world has changed, like, and music has changed a lot.
yeah,
and like you can look at the length of songs and what people are talking about. That's changed dramatically.
Exactly.
Oh yeah,
That's
these
like
2-minute songs.
And some words are just the same thing over and over.
Yeah.
And people jam to that. They put that exactly nothing.
Same thing. No words.
Nothing. Whereas when you look at those guys, they're saying so much.
Yeah,
They're saying a lot.
right.
And like that's a difference too. Like with like I sorry to go back to Drake and Method Man. Those like
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Drake says like he says something, but Method Man those Nas those they said so much in the
They said
song.
a lot.
They said I like that's
A lot.
that's how I feel. That's me. Like I listen to Nas song, I feel like I hear like a whole book.
Yeah.
In one song.
Yeah.
It's a book.
I get a story.
Yeah.
When it comes to them guys, I get a story.
Yeah.
From Drake, I get a song.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
You get
So,
like-
basically it's what are you looking for?
yeah.
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 Right? Like Drake is perfect for a party,
Yes.
Yeah.
a cookout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like even just music to sit and
Yeah.
vibe
Just
to.
yeah.
The problem with, as far as when you go lyrically, like he can get lyrical,
Yeah.
sorry, but he doesn't do it for like I've never heard a full verse.
Full-
There's
yeah.
always like he'll have like lines that are like, oh yeah,
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
yeah, but
Then
a
it switches
full
right up.
verse
Yeah. Then it switches right
that's
up.
like super lyrical. No, not
No,
Drake.
no.
But his stuff is always good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that often I hear a Drake verse where I was like, man, that was whack. And I've heard Lil Wayne verses where I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because in the song he said, this is Lil Wayne. He said, I go so hard, they call me Mr. Go So Hard. And I was like, what
Yeah, I
the
remember that one. I
What?
remember that one.
Yeah.
Like what, cuz? What?
That's like a 2 Chainz line.
I don't like. What are you? what was that, cuz?
But he's another one. He comes off the top of his head, so he's just saying what was in his head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's why Lil Wayne was never in my top 10 or even 20, guys. It's just
I respect what he does, though. I definitely respect what Wayne does because, like I said, he goes off the top of his head, and when he goes to have to perform that song again, people got to write the shit down for him.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, people got to write the shit down for him. Then he got to.
I personally liked Wayne better when he was the Hot Boys and them. That was
Yeah.
my
Oh,
favorite.
yeah.
That was
The
my favorite Wayne.
Old Wayne is
He
my
was-
favorite Wayne
Yeah,
too.
that was my favorite Wayne.
Old Wayne's my favorite Wayne too.
But now you're holding him to that pedestal.
What?
How come you can't go back to Hot Boys?
What do you mean?
Wayne, like, how come you can't do what you did?
Oh,
in
you
Hot
mean
Boys?
I look.
with
You
Rock
mean
and
like
Biggie.
Yeah.
you're always
Yeah.
looking for him to do that.
Yeah.
But that's himself.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Other than like with Pac and Biggie, we're unfairly putting them at the top spot. Even when people come with better music, we'll never knock them because we got the nostalgia, and that's like when we hear a Pac song, we can almost feel like when we first heard it, where we were and all that.
exactly.
It got a special part for it.
Yeah.
But if you ever sat down and like looked the lyrics, they're good. But if you listen to some of Meth's new stuff,
that's
and compare it to like
fucking
their
fire, bro.
like lyrically, like Pac was like this. Is why I always compare Pac to DMX. They were more emotional
Yeah.
than lyrical, but they were emotionally lyrical. You know what I mean? They were more on the surface and stuff. Where if you listen to somebody, and I know he's a deeper lyricist from Wu-Tang, Inspector Deck, and so you'd probably like him because you like Meth. If you like, because when Meth was, they asked him who's your top 5 favorite rappers in an interview, he said Inspector Deck, Inspector Deck, Inspector Deck, Inspector Deck, and Inspector Deck. That's what he said. That's Method Man's top 5 favorite. And if you listen to Deck's stuff, he kills it. He's crazy good. What fucked up his career is that, like when they were doing the first solo albums, and you'll see if you watch the Wu-Tang show, his album got lost in a flood. RZA had a flood at his place, lost all kinds of music, all kinds of beats. Inspector Deck's whole first album. So when he did it, they did it over, and RZA was trying to recreate the beats just from memory, right? Of course, it didn't sound the same. But to this day, they said if you heard Inspector Deck's first album, you'd have put that up there with Raekwon's first album, and then it was crazy. That's why I always give credit to him, because if you listen to he's a guy that his voice is tight. He got a good flow. But if you listen to what he's saying, sometimes you're like, oh shit. And he's current. But yeah, not everyone can spit lyrically like that, and that's the type of stuff I respect. But I also like the Drake stuff because I'm not always trying to listen to the lyrics.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
I'm just trying to jam to the music.
Trying to catch
You know what I mean? I want to catch you hook from now and then. That's why I love 50 Cent. Although 50 Cent, while he wasn't super lyrical, he was super witty.
Yeah.
I like he get these nice lines, like
Yeah.
you know what I mean, like that. Where
50.
Banks was lyrical and
Yeah.
witty. You know what I mean? He was always he always had the better lines, but 50 had the line that make you just smile and
Yeah.
like oh yeah, you know what I mean?
Then Banks was more lyrical.
Yeah.
Bach was more hype.
Yeah, and he was like that Southern. He was more like just, you know what I mean. But he had some witty lines too.
Yeah, he did.
He was more energy. And Banks was the guy that you're like, why he there?
Yeah, I like Lloyd Banks, bro.
Not Banks. Sorry, Yayo.
Oh, Yayo, yeah.
Hey, hold on. I want to say apologize, Lloyd Banks. I just said his name. I know why you were there because you was tight. He was my favorite member of G Unit.
Yeah,
The
Lloyd
one I
Banks.
wanted this just in was Tony Yayo.
Yeah, I don't know. I gotta remember one 20 year song, to be honest.
His voice was even weird.
I kind of was, yeah.
You know what I mean?
But Lloyd Banks, yo, he was just, like, I like that song. With, I mean, I'm being specific right now, but Lloyd Banks in Avant, the Karma.
Yeah, that's
I
a
am the
jam.
one you deny. you know, I like that emotional rap.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, 2G just texted me. His phone died. He's charging it now.
Okay. So if y'all didn't realize, the argument was over because 2G's phone died.
Yeah, no one hung up on him.
No one hung up on
He
him.
didn't disconnect.
Yeah.
His phone died.
Yeah. So, you know, it was a good little argument. Too bad he wasn't sticking to the subject, but, you know, it's whatever. We're used to that by now. What, with 22 episodes in?
Yeah.
It's been like that for 22 episodes. So,
Moving the
you know.
goalpost. So I guess we're going to have to define stuff if we're going to have a discussion on that topic later. Maybe we will have a podcast on that and just be most lyrical rappers and just keep it then. We don't want to know about how much albums you sold,
How much
We
money
ain't going
you
based
made,
on
yeah.
money. We ain't going based on, you know, you can do this and this. No, lyrical spit.
Yeah.
Basically, if we put you two on stage, who's going to say the illest shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want to have a conversation about that. I also want to have remember we still talked about the storytelling MCs that we want to talk about the good stories. Yeah, but back, I want to circle back to the original question about Tupac and Biggie. Will they ever? They have already left my top 10, but will they leave people's top 10 online and in the world? I don't think so.
You can put it in the comments. Tell us what you think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they in your top 10? Let us know that.
I mean, I still got them in my top 10. Still in my top 5, really, but they're not 3 and 2 no more.
They're not as high as they
They're
used
not
to
as high
be.
as they used
Yeah.
to be, right?
For me, they might be 11 and 12 now.
Oh shit!
Nigga, you
No,
know how many rappers there are?
I know,
though?
I know.
11 and 12 is still tight.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah. 11.
You know what I mean? Because I really got into Tech 9.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
had to
no.
put Busta Rhymes,
I know.
There's a lot up there.
Damn, shit, nigga. Fuck.
I know.
Y'all make me think like a lot of people have faded from my list too. I got pushed down since I was,
Yeah.
as I grew up.
It's because the more you listen to other people and you're like,
Yeah.
because like, you're like, oh, I love this song. And then you see other people like, oh, shit, that guy killed that.
Well,
Yeah.
And it's so much like Kendrick,
yes.
Cole.
all kinds of.
J. Cole, that man, I just gonna talk about him. I was like, I feel like he doesn't get the respect internationally like I thought he would get. I don't know. I know he's still selling those shows and all that.
Yeah.
But I just my perspective of people talking about him, it's not as high as I think it should be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, bro, this guy is fire.
You know what? That's the thing. And what I do is, I chill over there and play. I play a lot of video games, right? Turn the sound off and that's when I did with Rick Ross. And I just go through albums.
start.
Did it with. I'm not going to know
3 hours.
No.
Listen to 3 hours.
Don't start. 'Cause-
And then I listened to all Pop Smoke one, and I did the same with J. Cole.
Yeah.
And it's like this stuff I didn't hear, and I was like, okay. I did it with Kanye before too, and he has too much music, man. And there's a point where it's like I can't. With some of Kanye's albums, it's just like like later, like the first 3 is fire.
First 3 is the best.
Fire.
The best.
I was gonna say with that whole thing dwindling down, Kanye went from like my top 10. That motherfucker's down there like 50 right now. Bro.
Yeah.
I mean,
see, I still, you know why I still put him up is because I'm not when I pick somebody on my top, I gotta see him at their best.
I seen him at his best,
and that's why he's still up there.
And now I see him at his worst.
See, I can't do that because truthfully, I've seen Pac at his worst.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it was stuff that came out after he passed.
Yeah.
But it still got out there, so I still hear it in my head, and a lot of it, I'm like, it's like you even said you couldn't even listen to Biggie's post album.
No, bro,
because
they fucked that up.
Yeah, that's what I mean, and that's like that's them at their worst.
I mean, like they fucked.
So
that up
Kanye is still up there. I don't even know if he's definitely in my top 20. Top 10, I don't know.
He gone for me, bro.
He gone
for me.
Because a lot of people that are I have on my tops to some people that people might not have.
Know who I got my top 20? Dave East.
I didn't really get into him yet. He might be my
I'm surprised you didn't. He might be that's Method Man on fucking the Wu-Tang Saga.
Because there's a lot of music. There's a lot of music, and when I go to music, I sit there and I digest. I go through a lot, right? Yeah. Because, like I said, I'm not going to get in on him. But with Rick Ross, I didn't like him, so I tried to like him. So I kept looking. So I mean, I
said you try.
Yeah. Because 2G said, he's like, well, how many songs did you listen to? So I was like, oh fuck it, I'll listen to 3 hours. Like I did the same with Pop Smoke, and I'll say from a lot of Pop Smoke's stuff does kind of blend in and sound alike, but Pop Smoke is like what I'll say about 50.
Yeah.
He has good songwriting, good flow and everything, and he's more witty and lyrical.
Yeah, Pop Smoke. Yeah.
Like he's not like a lot of his songs is like reminds me of like his 50 Cent's like 21 Questions type stuff. Yeah. His like Amusement Parks and stuff like that. Yeah. Like that stuff. Like so it's not. It's a mood. Yes. You know what I mean? So, and I respect that, and I like it, and I'm jamming. But it's not someone who I dissect their lyrics, because then that just would probably make me look at it a different way, right? Like I wouldn't look at Pop Smoke in the same eyes I look at a Meth verse.
No.
You don't want to compare the two.
You can't compare them.
It's two totally different things. Yeah. So, and that's why I like Pop Smoke, because I listen to it. But I will admit, on the first album, a lot of the songs was starting to sound too much the same. But as it went through, it was different. And he puts Dior on every album.
Yeah,
every album.
Like it shows something.
Because I got to the point where I was like, "How? I know this song." Then next, listen to
Woo.
There it is again.
Yeah.
Oh, and I shouldn't have listened to the deluxe versions.
No,
because the deluxe version will have remixes, but all the remix is just a verse added.
Yeah,
same beat, same everything.
You know he doing a song with no Burna Boy, bro. No, you know that ain't happening, bro.
I was like, man, because that's what made me feel like I heard this song like 4 times.
Yeah.
I was getting tired of it, but no, I loved his voice, and I always loved his flow, so that's why I wanted to get into. But I want to get into more J. Cole, and Nipsey is definitely on my list.
Yeah,
I never heard enough Nipsey.
I want to get into fuck. I forget this nigga's name. Fuck. Oh, never mind. I forget this nigga's name right now.
Well, I want to listen to more Nipsey. I listened to the album right before he died. I never listened to none of the older stuff. I want to listen to it. People say it's good. I never like.
You know what? I know I'm a Wu-Tang fanatic, and I always talk about Wu. I want the two of you guys look into Inspector Deck. Yeah, Meph's one of your favorite rappers.
I'll look into
and you know Meth respects him.
Yeah, I'll
check him out and check out
Inspector Deck.
Yeah, lyrics. You're going. This is a guy. Listen to lyrics.
Yeah.
And you can find him on.
I can't remember that nigga's name.
Yeah, Spotify.
Came out the same time as J. Cole. Fucking all kinds of tattoos and shit.
Oh,
almost looks like the Game.
No, I know who he means. Gates.
Yeah,
Something
Kevin
Gates.
Oh, Kevin Gates.
Yeah,
I got
Kevin
two.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, Kevin Gates.
Yeah,
I got it right.
What that album was called? Anyway, we can't remember, but that's he underrated, bro.
Yeah.
I got to look into him.
He
I only know like 2 songs. You know, another one I want to listen to more. This is way off the topic of what we talking about. We are
doing 2G right now.
We're talking about we're aspirational. We're look forward to. But you know who I want to listen to more? Is Joyner Lucas.
Yeah.
I know he's good.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah. He's slept on.
Yeah.
He made his. He actually made. He made another song now about Will. He made one song
After the slap.
After the slap, but it's not really all about Will. He just talks about things that we wish we can go back and change.
Yeah.
He talks about the slap in it, and I was like, "Wow, bro, he just good with his words, bro."
I know, man. I like him.
I forget it. Half of my I was listening to him. Forget or not, but it's good.
It's good.
It's like a story.
Yeah.
It starts with I think somebody's robbing like a convenience store, and then he goes through. But he's good. Join there.
Yeah, nice.
He was actually here in Halifax.
Was he?
Yeah.
And I missed it.
Yeah, he was here.
Did you see it?
No, I didn't see it.
Oh, here I want to ask this because I listen to the Joe Budden podcast, right? And he's always dissing this rapper. What do you guys think of Logic?
Joe has a point. I'll say that because I've listened to Logic recently, but I know when I used to listen to Logic, my roommate Kadeem at the time used to kill Logic like that. But he's always talking about how my father was black. My mom was white. Anyway, whatever. He's always talking about it constantly. I'm like, bro, okay, we get it. Like, you don't have to keep bringing it up. Keep reminding us that you're black. Like, we get it. Like, let's give us some lyrics, right? But he's lyrical. He's lyrical.
Is he?
You know what I find funny is that like when he did a song with all the Wu-Tang members,
Really?
right? Yep, and I like that, right? And he did a song for the soundtrack of Suicide Squad.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what got me on to him. And then he
yeah.
was on a Tech Nine song. I was like, okay, so let me check this out.
Is that him?
Yeah.
And
Fucking white.
That's it.
no,
He's always talking about
He white.
Anyways, so that's what got me into him, right? And I downloaded. This is before I had Spotify, so I downloaded all his albums. I listened to it, right, and listening to it, and I got to the point where I realized I wasn't really listening to it. I kind of he's not lyrical enough that nothing stood out.
Yeah.
Everything I was like, okay, his flow was okay, the beat's cool and stuff. Couldn't repeat a lyric.
Yeah.
I can't even repeat a hook. I listened to all his albums and can't recite a hook.
That's shit, bro.
You know what I mean?
The only thing I remember I can't even say the word.
Remember. It's all good.
The only thing I can remember about him is like that song when he's talking about suicide. But I don't like that song because I know why I don't like that song. Because he talks about suicide in the beginning, but he doesn't clear up it until the end of the song. Like why he's talking about it, but how life is good and everything like that.
Yeah.
But that was like, bro, why you wait till the end of the song to talk? Like I don't like when people like put that out there and then they wait till the end of the song to clear. Like
another reason why I try to get into him because I watched this like documentary on him, and I was listening, and it's like I kind of liked him as a person. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's a good guy. Yeah,
it helped that his wife was cute.
I'm looking at it right now, nigga.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I listened to the music and I was like, that's why a lot of people like list people. And I always try and challenge them by, well, then quote a verse. Like, it's coming. Watch out what I'm going to say.
Good.
Who can quote a Rick Ross verse?
Oh, now you caught me on surprise.
See?
I can sing the hook from Hustling.
I can do hook. Yeah, I can do that.
And no, I'm not going to shoot shots at anyone local because I love my Canadian stuff.
Oh, someone's phone charged.
But
Ross, I got Ross.
Shoot! We got an incoming call. Let's see who we got here. Hey, what's up?
Hey, what up? What up?
We're live because we're recording still.
You guys still recording?
Yep. Just to let you know, you're being recorded right now. Just let you know you're live on air.
Okay, cool.
Sorry, we lost you. Right now, we were talking about Logic. We were talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know how we got the Logic.
You.
Yeah, but how? But something led to it.
Lyricists and people put on the list.
We were talking about lyrical people, and we was What do you know about Logic, Joey?
Really, to be honest, I just heard that. I guess that song he made. What was that last song he made? It was took a lot of flack for it, and I think Budden told him to retire or something.
Okay, see, that's what we said.
Joe's making him famous. I don't even know.
That's funny because that's what we brought it up because that's why I asked the question. I asked them what they think of Logic, and I told them how I did what I did with Rick Ross. I went on a Logic tear to try and listen to it to see what people were feeling. And I was explaining to them how I listened to Logic for like all of his albums, had them all. And I was feeling some of the beats. I was like, oh, he got flow. Couldn't recite anything. I can't even tell you a hook. You know what I mean? If you listen to an artist for like 3 hours, you can't even recite one hook. I ain't trying to say he's whack or nothing. I'm just trying to say that's a problem. That's the problem I had with Rick Ross. I couldn't give you one line from Rick.
Yeah.
From all the stuff I list, nothing stood out. There's no line that stood out. I could tell you the part that I like from Drake when he did this on the song.
Yeah.
Rick Ross, this and this, but nothing from that. That used to happen like man, I don't want to shoot shots. Should I shoot? Fuck it. We're all here. We're live. We're good.
Yeah, I told you niggas before stop fucking canceling your motherfucker speaking.
No, I am going to speak it right here. That's the only problem I had with Classified. Like,
bring it.
I can, but for him, I know some hooks. Unfortunately, one of them's 2 words. Oh, Canada. Who don't know that? But as far as lyrics go, like if I was to tell you to recite 4 lines from Classified. Yeah, 2G. Can you?
Not really.
4 bars.
Not on top of my head, no.
See, that's what I mean.
I know you had that song with
Can
Snoop.
you?
I'm trying to remember how the song went.
Because if you're thinking about it, you can't do it.
I can't.
That's what I'm saying. Ask me about meth. I could probably do the whole verse of all I need.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but those type of records are just major though, right?
But that's what I'm saying though.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Like we don't listen to Class like how we would listen to meth or whatever.
That's where you're wrong, cause at my work we have the radio on Virgin Radio. But that's what I'm talking on top of me. I have the radio on.
What I mean by that on the radio, like on the radio, you might hear one song, whatever. We're talking about like going home. Like
let me tell you this. I'm gonna build on what I'm trying to say. Is that I listen to the radio from 8 o'clock when I get to work to 4 o'clock when I'm off. And because my iPod broke, I listen to the radio on my drive there and on my drive back. I hear a lot of Classified, cuz still can't quote a verse.
Nope.
I hear the same songs by him sometimes over and over again.
Yep.
Still can't quote a verse.
Nope.
Yeah.
Like, that's the same thing where one of my favorite songs by Canadian artists, Chocolate, Let's Ride. The only part I remember is All Black Like the Raiders.
Yeah.
Ask me anything about any of the other verses.
Yeah. See, what I was trying to say.
That a lot.
What I was trying to say was like this. It's like, artists like that you go home to when you just listen like DMX's album and you just have it on repeat and repeat. Those type of albums are not on our repeat list. That's what I'm going with it. Like if you listen to an album over and over and over, you're going to remember stuff. If you listen to it on the radio here and there, and then you hear a song here, and then like you're not going to remember it.
That's not true.
That album was on for repeat.
That's not true, cuz
DMX repeat.
Here's an example I'll give you. I know Taylor Swift songs.
Yeah, but
I don't play it at home at all.
But what I'm
I don't play it at all.
That's different though. It's different though. It's different.
No, it's not different. Cuz I can tell you the lyrics from some Taylor Swift songs, and I ain't got them in my iPod.
Maybe you like Taylor Swift then. I don't know what to tell you.
It's because
my point being is
I hear
different.
it from the radio.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know any Taylor Swift songs. I don't listen to any of her stuff. I mean, you listen to a hook, okay, shake it off, whatever, stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it's like
I know that hook.
but also too, we got to look at it in the same regard as.
And when she talks about the sexy babies,
way more than Classified. I know that. Let's be honest.
What you said?
The rotation is real big on Taylor Swift compared to Chocolate. You know what I mean?
No, anyway. What we're saying is about how some things are memorable. Like there's some things like just sticking in mind, no matter how many times you heard it. I bet you can listen to In the Club one time and you'd still be like, "Oh, it's your birthday," and you'd know that right off. In the club, and you might even if you knew In the Club and you mumbled the rest of the words, you still know the melody.
I know someone.
A lot of people, a lot of artists out there don't got that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like for Drake, I'm not going to do it right now. I can recite, almost sing the whole "Best You Ever Had" verse, cuz. And I only listen to that from the radio.
Right.
Same here.
You know what I mean?
Headlines
because it
is mine.
stands out. You know what I
Start
mean?
that song.
Headline.
That's what I'm saying. Like some people, some rappers, like, and that's what happened with me with like. I ain't murdering him today. I'm just going to say it right now. With Rick Ross, nothing he said ever stood out to me.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're a Rick Ross fan. Can you quote like 4 bars?
I'm trying.
Yeah, but see, yeah, I do get what you're saying. I do get totally what you're saying, but then like I said, I also feel like depends on what you're listening to. Like you can go home and remember it. That's cool too, right? But at the end of the day, it's like do you like the music? Do you like the melody? Do you remember some songs you just memorize? You really like them.
But the thing
songs
is,
you just listen for the vibe or the beat, whatever. So this depends on who you are, right? Depends on who you are.
But also the flip
like.
that, yeah,
What's that?
it's what you like. You're right there. But the flip
Depends on
that,
what you like,
there's some
right?
stuff that's memorable that even if you don't like it, you remember.
Yeah.
There's some stuff that just sticks with you because it just hits you. Like because I know some songs by Maroon 5, and I didn't Maroon 5. I know
the word you just said was
And
perfect.
Lizzo.
It hit you.
That's what I'm saying.
So like a big record, like Shake It Off, that's a major record from Taylor Swift. It was on probably rotation on many stations, right? So that stuff just hits you because it's over and over and over and over. It's almost like the Masterpiece situation, all that stuff. Play it thousands of times. Eventually, it's like this shit sounds good.
No,
so it's memorable, right?
There's two lanes here. You're merging because you're merging two lanes.
This is where like the situation is. So that's the hard part of it. But
he's merging the two lanes. I just want to clarify what you're saying because it seems like we're merging two lanes. Because what I was saying is that there's some things that are just memorable, right? That stick out and you know them because it's just memorable, sticks out. But then there's what Joey was just saying. There's the stuff that's repetitive, and you just. It seeps into your brain and you remember it because you heard it so much. Yeah. I think there's two different lanes to that stuff because there is some songs where you can hear it once and you'll remember some stuff from it. Yeah. And there's some songs that you don't even like, but you hear it so much you can probably go on friggin' Voice or whatever.
Nigga, I can sing every song on the fucking radio. Right
I know.
Now.
That's what I mean. So I like to say that there's two lanes right there. Shit. To me, what I think that
that's one song I like.
I think that Control Alt Delete
is that the name of it?
Control Alt Delete and bump to the hit. The
headphone one. That's all.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you. Maybe you think it a little bit differently, but I just think like for me, I only remember stuff I really like. I'm not gonna remember like basic radio stuff. Like if I don't have it in my playlist and I'm listening to that stuff over and over, it doesn't hit me. I'm not going to remember it. I don't really care. Like that's just me. So maybe we're just thinking differently on a different level.
Well,
like
I think
I remember it. That's cool.
I think you might have both.
If I don't want to hear it, I don't care about it.
So you just zone it out.
Zone it out into my mind. I don't want to even listen. That's like negativity to me.
I got a Rick Ross line.
I'm not even hearing it. Like,
you got a Rick Ross line. Hold on, you got a Rick Ross line.
I just got a one. They call me Big Meech. Larry Hoover. Yeah. One nation under God. Oh, shit. Real. Getting money from the star. I don't know.
Is that even a fucking verse?
That's like 3.5. That's like 2.5 bars. Cause
I think that was a hook, wasn't it?
I asked you guys if you could give me 4 Rick Ross bars because I want to hear. I want to hear 4 Rick Ross bars right now.
Blow money fast.
4 Rick Mark. Wow. Sorry, 4 Rick Ross bars.
Nigga, I'll tell you who. Don't get no play from me on the radio, even though I'm driving a fucking half hour. And that's any Lizzo song that comes on. That shit gets turned the fuck down. Couldn't tell you. Yeah, couldn't tell you none of her songs.
I unfortunately know some of them.
Yeah.
It's turned down, bro. Straight up.
I like but
no, I'm not a fan.
But like I can't think of a Rick Ross verse, but I like his song, so like
oh yeah. I like that's the thing.
Don't get him started, nigga.
I know. we did this last podcast. We did this last podcast. Didn't I admit I like some of his songs?
Yes, yeah. Let's leave it at that.
His songs.
Leave it at that.
Yeah.
Do not fucking dig
the
features back up.
Yeah. We'll say Rick Ross has some good songs.
There we go. That's it. Leave it at that.
We'll leave it at that. Hey Joey, you missed this one.
Well,
the question that we kind of answered, we all answered. Is will Biggie and Pac ever be off your top 10?
Probably not Pac. Biggie maybe, but not Pac though. Just because Pac is like, for me, it's just everything he's still like. I don't really listen to him a lot, but I still listen to like his Thug Life album, Machiavelli album.
So tell me this:
it would take a couple years for me really to like let go of Pac, like letting go of Mobb Deep or Prodigy. Like it's hard for me.
Not let go. You keep them. I'm just saying top 10. So you're telling
that's
me
what I mean. Like, top 10.
Here's a part two to the question.
Moving him from somewhere else.
I got a
part. Like when I mean, like,
yeah,
right.
I want to follow up to the question to ask you. So you're telling me, and I want to know, are there not 10 rappers that you think are better than Pac?
No.
Really?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's your personal opinion. I'm cool with that. Me,
and when I think about rapping, like I think about like I always go back like when we see it's hard. Like we I don't know. Everybody thinks differently. So like some people think about rapping as like okay, like pure skill. Okay, like the pure like Pac wasn't like Redman. Like he wasn't that type of rapper. Everybody's different, but you're still a rapper. So it all depends on what you like and the type of rap you like, right?
Hey.
Like I like Rick Ross, so you know, like I guess maybe I put him in the top 10. I don't know.
Hold on.
So this depends on the type of rap. If you like that cerebral rap and that like that,
yeah,
whatever, that's going to be for you.
Lyrical stuff, yeah.
Right? That's going to be for you. That's going to be your goalpost. For me, I like Pac because he was more influential. He you know, the music he put out was really like Machiavelli album and that stuff. So that's why it's hard for me to take him out of the top 10.
I respect that. But one thing I wanted to say is because you brought up Redman. I think that we don't give Redman enough respect.
No, we don't give him enough
We don't
respect.
mention him enough.
Yeah.
He should get enough.
He could be up there too.
Yeah, we should put him up there. And another thing where we say Pac is most influential, I want to touch on that because I think this is all from perspective. Because artists
100%.
now are more influential because artists now influence more people than what Pac did when he was out. Because remember, artists now have social media where they're influencing
they're
people.
Influencers.
They're everywhere.
Yeah,
it's more everywhere.
Well,
when in Pac's era, because he died before any of that, it was magazines or TV.
And cost money.
That's all.
Can I rebut that quickly though?
Hold on, let me finish my point.
Go ahead.
And then
I'll
give you the floor. That's why I'm saying the influence is different. Now, if you're saying trickle down where it influenced other rappers, right? That's where you can have an argument that Park, I call him Park instead of Pac. Anyway, Pac might influence more MCs in a way because the generation before you is always going to influence the next generation.
Yeah.
But then that generation, it's like an umbrella. Like Pac will say he influenced like these 40 rappers that are coming out. Then those 40 rappers are each going to influence like 40 rappers. So then, you know, it's spreading down.
Pyramid scheme.
Yeah, it's a pyramid scheme. As influence goes. So that's why I'm saying that Pac have more influence. For us, we grew up in that era, so we see it like that. So yes, we would say that. But if you step outside the box and look and logically think of how the population works and how influence is different now and reaches more people now, like it's crazy. Drake influences more people than Pac did. I had to bring him up because he's relevant.
Okay, no, hold on. I had to bring. You spoke your piece. I get it.
I had to bring Drake up because it is relevant. Because what he does reaches more people than what Pac would have reached. That's the only thing. Hey,
where I'm going.
Hold on, Joey.
I'm going to kind of answer what you're saying.
Joey,
like,
before you
kick
in, hold on.
Over and over.
Wait. I just wanted to clarify something I said, and then it's all yours. I'm not saying Drake is better than Pac. I just want to clear that up.
No,
okay,
no one's saying that. No one's saying that. No one's saying that.
I just want to clear it up.
No one's saying that.
I just want to clear that up. No, it's your turn. Go ahead, cuz.
All I'm saying is where I'm going is like Pac, like he influenced the people on a different level. Right? Drake influenced because of the music. They really liked his music. I mean, like that. Pac wasn't doing that. He was more like a revolutionary. So a lot of people was following him and his movement and what he was doing. Ain't no one following Drake's movement.
No, but you
could like if you listen to Machiavelli's album, for my opinion, this is just my opinion. I'm speaking.
Oh yeah,
was probably better than any Drake. This would be any Drake album. Like that was probably I put that Machiavelli album as like at real high standard to me.
Wait, Machiavelli? You saying?
But if you listen to the words, compared to like a Drake album, they're totally different.
Oh yeah,
so
you're right,
I mean,
guys. Yeah, 100%.
Drake was more like in the sense of like I'm gonna make good
100%.
music. I like women, you know what I mean. The music was maybe melody and all that other stuff. Give me a minute, bro. So let me so like he would do that type of stuff. Where Pac wasn't doing that. Pac wasn't trying to like go to the masses and be like I'm trying to help you. Like he was speaking real stuff. People were following that stuff. So that's why I said it's hard to like put them in the same category to influence wise because they were just totally different influences. Anyway, I'll leave it for someone else to jump in.
Yeah, 100%. Everything you said. When I'm saying influence, I'd say that what you're saying is true. Where Pac had a more political, or you'd even say impactful influence, but Drake definitely reached more people.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So it's like I guess that's a hard thing. That's a hard thing to
all
compare.
I'm gonna say is if
you know what I mean.
If Pac died when he was 25 and they still putting his music out, but he's still relevant in the game now. Like this is a question I'm gonna ask you right now. You think if Drake died today, 25 years down the road, they would still be playing his music?
Yeah.
Like still bumping it? Like
definitely.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I have to argue. I can't say this is my opinion. Of course, everything we say is our opinions. I can't say that Pac is still relevant in the game now. Who's he relevant to?
Well,
there's nothing relevant he's doing because he's dead. He can't do anything relevant.
No. Well, speak literally, because we know we got to go literally every time. But speak literally, yeah, you're right. Of course, he's dead. He can't keep rapping. He's done.
Yeah, it's hologram.
Put no albums tomorrow. Come on, bring him back. Let's go.
So he's not.
Like, come on, bro.
So I
like
can't
literally, yes, he's dead.
So he's not relevant.
Music.
I can't say he's relevant.
Like the music is going now. Anyway,
I'm just saying you can't say he's relevant. I don't think he's relevant now.
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, I know. But you just
said he's making music tomorrow. He ain't dropping in the studio with.
The only relevance that he has is the movies that he came out with, or the movies that came out about him. That's the only relevance that he has now,
or the impact he had,
or the impact
is
through the movies that are being portrayed about him right now. That's it. You know what I mean?
But even his impact is fading. There's less MCs coming out saying that they were influenced by Pac.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No one says they're influenced by Biggie no more.
A lot of people say they're influenced by Future.
I know.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm going home.
Crazy though. But what I want to say, what I want to say is when we talk about the influence of Drake and versus Tupac, I feel like at that time when Tupac was out, rap wasn't accepted as accepted right now.
That's why he didn't reach as many people as Drake could.
Exactly. Now in this era, Drake and etc. and Future and all these guys, rap is accepted like everywhere.
Yeah.
Rap is probably number one, I would say. I'm guessing, but number one in genre.
And also Drake, you can put Instagram or Twitter, whichever one.
Yeah.
You know they got millions upon millions of followers.
Yeah.
He can do whatever, and influence is reaching all of those people
instantly.
Back then, we didn't have the ability to do that.
No.
Pac couldn't do something in that reach. He'd have to
get on a TV show.
Yeah, get on a TV
That's
show.
That's what's harder though for him though. That's what I mean. Like
That's
for him to make that impact compared to the social media, what they do now.
Yeah.
I mean, like think about it. The impact that he made without even having social media.
Oh, I'm not taking that
so
away
now
from
we
him.
even go down that road.
No, I'm
Imagine
not.
if he had social media, what would happen?
We don't.
Imagine if he would go worldwide.
Well, I'm not going to make assumptions. But
now assumptions, David. Don't make assumptions. I'm saying, but the point being is, let's just think, though. Let's just think. No, I'm not saying assumptions. Let's just think. So if Pac right now had social media and Facebook and Instagram and had the same platform, you're telling me it wouldn't be as close as Drake?
Couldn't tell you.
Make assumptions, but let's just
couldn't
think.
tell you.
Okay, of course you couldn't tell me.
I mean,
right. Just
you're asking a question to an impossible answer.
Yeah.
Basically, any answer we made is just completely made up, right? Because you got it. We don't know where.
That's called an opinion.
Because when did Pac die? 1996, 97.
97.
Which one was it?
Yeah.
So you're asking us if, hey man.
What do you mean us?
Yeah,
you.
that's old,
oh, you're asking me how many years ago was that?
It was 96. You're right.
96.
Almost 20 years. No,
over 20.
Almost 30 years, guys.
Yeah.
So you're asking me now, what? He was 25. 56-year-old Pac,
Jesus,
is going to be as influenced as what?
No, I'm saying I said no. Sorry, I got to rewind the tape again. Okay. I got to go right to the back to rewind. If he was 25 years old, right, and there was social media, so the relevance he had in the game at that time was pretty big. right? Him and Biggie had a big like what they were doing. So if they had social media on top of what they were doing.
Well, that doesn't make sense, guys, because that's moving the goalposts, because that's the whole defining factor that we're using as the argument. That's what I'm asking you a question. I'm asking you the same. But what I'm trying to say is I'm asking you a question about if they did have social media at that time. How much do you think, in your opinion, like in your thoughts, yeah, what if?
Where it would be at? You know what I mean? Like, you think it would be less,
of course,
or would it be more?
No, because he'd be able to hit more people.
Yes.
Yes, but that didn't happen.
So now with Drake, now with these guys, now they're able to cross send everything, because they can go social media, they can go Instagram, Facebook.
That's my point.
TikTok. They're really big in that regard.
That's my big.
A lot of those artists back then, they couldn't do that.
Sorry, that's my point. Rap now is more influential. You want to know how influential artists are now? They're so influential that they stay relevant without putting out music.
Yeah, exactly.
They just do whatever.
Yeah. They Let's put on them big Mario boots and fucking go walk around.
I know. Yeah.
I mean,
like do whatever.
Yeah.
Like that's like artist influence right now is like crazy. And Joey, to go on to your point, no, I don't want to do that. I was going to say if Pac was alive, but I don't.
I was just going to go there too.
I don't like doing what ifs.
Let's go there. I want to go there. I was going to say.
Thing is an opinion. What do you mean?
It's not opinion. It's not
nothing that we're talking about is really like facts. It's thought based. So what do you mean? What if like it's everything is about what do you think? You think this. If you don't think it, that's cool. You just say no.
Let's go there, bro. Because I
want to do the what if?
If Pac was alive now, based off the type of rapper he was, he'd be big. Because
I think he would be too.
Because this is a time all of
running everything
against the power, against the mind.
But the thing is, that's how he was 30 years ago.
He would have changed.
We can't tell if he'd still be that way now.
Yeah,
we're here trying to say, what if Pac was 26-year-old Pac now?
Nah, 50 something.
That's what we're saying.
Right.
Who knows what experiences?
No, I don't think you're not getting it. I'm saying no. Sorry, you're not getting what I'm trying to say, bro. You're not listening at all, bro. Not at all.
You don't even know that. He could have went full Kanye.
Where he was at in the height of his career, where he was at in the height of his career, like the top of the pinnacle of the game, right? And then he had the same avenues as a Drake, Instagram, Facebook, all these things where he could push everything. You would think he'd be as big as Drake. And this is just opinion based. If you could say no, that's okay.
Oh, that's different.
You could say yes, that's okay. But all I'm saying is that's what my point is if he had the same avenues as a Drake, where he had that social media buzz and he can run around and do all this stuff and whatever it is, where would he be at?
Yeah, you changed it up.
That's all I'm saying.
He'd be
remix.
So Pac might have been a freaking Will Smith.
Pac might have been the next Barack Obama.
Probably
could have been the next fucking Donald Trump. God fucking knows. Pac could have been anything with his fucking influence.
He could have been a
mayor. But I want to just clarify Joey's question. He's like, what if at the pinnacle of his career, Pac had access to everything we have access to now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Then he would touch the world.
Yeah.
He could have been anything.
He already got halfway around the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
he's already halfway around the world.
He'd be, that whole term woke. You know how it was always a positive thing until Trump and his Trumpites tried to make it negative.
Yeah.
Because Pac would have put the wokeism out there.
Yeah.
And it would have been. We'd all be like that. He wouldn't have let that shit fly.
Yeah.
Fair. I think he could have stopped Trump from getting the power.
Yeah.
That's what I said, because he could have.
He would have shut that shit down.
He could have been Barack.
What about Biggie? What about Biggie?
Biggie? I don't think. No, Biggie was.
Biggie?
Sorry. I just want to make sure that we get clear. This is just my opinion, pulling shit out my ass. We don't know. I don't know Biggie. I never hung with him, but I don't think he was ever on that level. From what in interviews and stuff, from what he was talking about, he wanted to be a music exec.
Yeah,
that's like I said earlier on. He was going to sign Puffy to his label and stuff because he wanted to be an exec. So he was going to step away from music. But who knows if that happened? How many times did Jay-Z say he was stepping away?
Performing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true that. He probably still do features and stuff. But he wanted to be. He had aspirations to do it and be an exec. So I don't think he would have went to the political route because he never said.
Yeah, I believe that too. I think so too.
He never said anything that would indicate
was directing that way. No,
but Pac always leaned towards that. He was his mother was a Black Panther. He grew up on that. He was for that. So I think they would have squashed that beef. I think that 50 Cent would have had a hell of a time coming out. I think Eminem would have had a hell of a time coming. I think that
would have been a main beef.
What?
Between M and fucking Pac. I think that would have been a big ass fucking beef.
I don't even know
if they didn't end up falling in the same circle somehow, some way.
Yeah.
The only way they would have fell in that same circle is because of Dre.
Yeah.
Or even Snoop.
You know what?
You know what I mean? So
you know what? Scratch that. I think that if he got past the Biggie stuff, I think he would have got past beef altogether.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And focused on because Pac seemed like a progressive person.
Yeah.
He only got into the beef when he was under the death row.
Yeah.
I think he leaving death row, and I think he would have been more progressive in trying to go forward. Yeah, so maybe. I take back what I said about 50 and all that.
I'm gonna say maybe on that there because Pac also liked to do what sold at the time too. At that age, he liked to do what was selling.
See, at that age, it's hard to because from the stuff I heard, he was like kind of under the heel of Suge.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because he was in jail.
Yeah.
And it was Suge Knight saying, "Come be with me," or stay in fucking jail.
Yeah, yeah.
So he went out and did that because you gotta. If you look at Pac's stuff before that, he was more what we would call conscious rap.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And he did have Thug Life, but even Thug Life has some conscious undertones to it.
Yeah.
But when he signed to Death Row, he was just full on thug and gangster. He had like even his songs that were what people you could conceive as conscious were still gangster conscious. Like, fucking what's that song that did the same beat as the Blackstreet song? I Ain't Mad at You. Like, you know what I mean? That'd be kind of conscious, but it was still, you know what I mean? So I think that because from what everyone said on what I heard in interviews and stuff, Pac was trying to break away from Death Row.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Machiavelli was going to be his last Death Row, whatever. So I think he would have went back. Like, why are you trying to get away from this unless you're going to do something different? So he's probably going to go back to his more progressive ways. Yeah. So I think the beast would have dropped. I think he would have resolved that, and he'd be more of a for the people person. That's just my opinion.
I agree with you on that. I think
he would have went that way, but I still think that he would still jumped on what's selling at the time.
Think he still go to gangster?
I don't think he would went the full gangster, but I think he would have contributed to the beefs. You know what I mean, if someone says something about him, he was going to rebuttal.
He's going to respond.
Yeah. Pac wouldn't let it slide.
Pac was a responder for sure.
Yeah. Know what I mean? So that's why I say if M says something about him, the only way it's not going to happen is if they fall in that same bubble, and the only one's going to help them do that there is Dre, Snoop. You know what I mean? That was it, because, 50 come up afterwards, right? So, and 50 could have said something to Pac, because remember, 50 being young, dumb, and stupid at that time, he was a big fucking Biggie fan.
But check this out.
Right?
Not even just Biggie fan. I bet you, if they were alive, Biggie and Pac would have been on How Do You Rob.
Yeah.
He would have went at them on there. But it would have been in a fun way.
Yeah.
I think Biggie would have let it slide, because he always he didn't, you know what I mean? But Pac wouldn't have let that slide.
No.
Even if it was a joke.
Yeah.
Pac would have said something.
Yeah.
And that's my opinian. I gotta stop talking like I'm speaking for Pac. I don't know.
No.
I've seen him yesterday.
I don't know. Yeah.
He's on Dominican. I seen the picture yesterday. Oh shit.
Cool.
I sent you guys a picture of Pac, man. You guys see that video? I sent the video in the chat of Pac.
All right.
That 56-year-old Pac.
All right. Let's wrap this up. So, one last time after we had all discussion, I just want to ask the question one more time. Tupac and Biggie still in your top 10? Me, it's a no. What do you say, King Tigger?
Yeah, for me.
Right now?
Yeah, right now.
Yeah, I still just the respect, bro.
Okay.
Just
2G.
Yeah, man, I still got Pac in there. I don't got Biggie in there. I don't think. I think about Pac for sure. Yeah.
Okay, but so since Joey bring that up, I want to clarify the time you got Biggie and Pac.
Biggie and Pac, just the respect, bro. Just
they in my top 5.
Oh, so Biggie and Pac is still in your top 5. Okay, well there you have it. They're in my top 15, I think, for now.
Yeah, I'd say top 10 for me. I wouldn't say top 5.
Top 15 for me.
Top 10.
Cool. All right. Well, that was a fun, eventful Disconnect, Reconnect episode of A We Said of the podcast. I'm John Kizzy. You know who is he? A.K.A. Philly G, because they know who I be. And I'm here with King Tigger,
the King of Kings,
DJ Laton,
in the building,
and 2G.
Let's go.
And we out. And that's all for this episode of We Started a Podcast. I'm John Kizzy. Yeah, you know who is he. Also known as Philly G, because they know who I be. And I'm here with King Tigger, DJ Laton, and on the phone as always, 2G. And we'll catch you next time.